Hello, 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 and welcome to another 888 Poker live stream. I'm David Tuckman, joined by my partner in crime, Nick Wealthall, and of course, Hall of Famer, well, eventual Hall of Famer, Chris Moorman, who is with us as well for a special day here at 888 Poker. It's a $100,000 tournament, which, okay, on the surface doesn't appear to be all that big, especially in today's world. But keep in mind, the buy-in on this tournament was $1. Nick, $1 friggin'. That's it.
$1. I've got
$1.
$1. Who doesn't these days?
$1. I have it in my couch. I could probably find a loose change
Exactly.
and possibly get involved in this $100,000 tournament. Certainly 888 Poker's way of giving back to the community. More on that in a second. Chris, I want to bring you in. How are you? How have you been? How excited are you for this?
I'm good, Tuck. Yeah, this is really exciting. Obviously, like a lot of these players never get a chance to play for this amount of money before, so it's going to be exciting to see what they come up with.
Nick, and you as well. I mean, think about this: for $1, we get involved in a $100,000 tournament. We had 70,294 entries. So if you do the math, you realize there's an overlay. And I will tell you that here at 888 Poker, they knew in advance that covering such a high guarantee would be unlikely. But they saw this as an opportunity to have a promotion that would attract and give back to the mass market. And this is kind of the ultimate free roll in the sense it's a $30,000 overlay.
Yeah, I mean, that's really cool. It's a really cool idea, and it's really nice that they've been able to do it. And it's cool on two levels. It's a chance to win a boatload of money for a little stake. It's like some crazy multiple, $5,000 for first. It's $1 to buy in. But then also it's a chance to play in a big tournament. It's a 2-day tournament. We're going to be watching day 2. It's got the structure of a big event. And for a lot of these players, they wouldn't usually be at the bankroll level to get this kind of structure and this kind of 2-day event. So it's a cool experience as well. So it's a nice tournament. It's a really nice idea.
We had 40,529 unique players at the rebuys. Like I said, just over 70,000 player entries total. First place is $5,000. Again, $5,000 doesn't seem like a huge first place prize considering all the tournaments we cover. But keep in mind that is 5,000 times your original buy-in. Chris, you have played in a few tournaments in your life. When was the last time you played in a tournament where you could win 5,000 times your buy-in?
A long time ago. I can't really remember. Like it'd have to be like it's pretty hard even with a higher buy-in. You're just not going to get that. So it'd have to be some kind of like $10 tournament. What's that? $10, $50K for first. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, a long time ago for sure.
Pretty insane. So we have 1,057 players remaining. They are in the money. And Nick and myself will be here until we crown a champion. Chris is going to join us for the next 45 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on how the construction of his home goes.
Yeah, it's been a hectic couple of weeks, like getting 3 bathrooms remodeled at the same time. So I had to move outside just so you could actually hear me.
For those of you who watched our last stream, you will know that we had a Facebook contest. Of course, you can watch this on our YouTube channel or on Facebook. But if you want to be part of the contest, we've got an all in here. 7-6, Queen Jack, Queen 10. The 10's ahead. Not a huge pot, but we do have, it was a short stack that came in there and flying tomatoes. Anyway, so as you, last time, we gave away a lot of free stuff, free money, free tournament tickets. Nick, we're doing that again today, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. We've got a contest. You just comment in the Facebook. Do you want me to unveil it in its full glory?
Please do.
So it's a dollar tournament. So we'd like to know your best dollar spend. Your best dollar spend. The best dollar you spent in your life could be the entry to this tournament. That would have backfire. Would be in circles of lameness. Don't use that. You need to be inventive, funny, whatever. If you make David laugh, you'll get a prize, basically. And the bar is pretty low for that.
I'm a simple guy.
Yeah.
Chris,
exactly.
What's the best dollar you've ever spent?
I don't know. I like the pound shop in the UK. Do they still have that? Like back when I was growing up, I used to always go to the pound shop and see what like nonsense you could get in there. I love bouncy balls. That's actually like one of my favorite things. So $1 on a bouncy ball is pretty good spending for me.
Man, bouncy balls, enjoyment for everybody. Nick, I'll let you think about it, chew on it for a moment or two. Your best dollar story, and we're looking for yours, of course. Let us know in the comment section over on Facebook. Again, that's if you want to kind of join the show and be part of us, that is where we are paying attention.
So, David, 1,000 players remaining. Who's your money on?
I like. Yeah, no, I like Sky Geel, who's currently in 7th place. I've been scouting this player. I've been watching this since yesterday, and he's got game. I mean, he, I don't know. But that person has game.
Big shout.
In fact, I'll take Sky Deal, and you can have the field.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Even money for $1, because that would then be the best dollar spend I've had.
If I won, that would be pretty crazy. Once again, thanks for joining us here. This is the 100,000 guaranteed WonderWorld Tournament. Nick Wealthall, David Tuckman, Chris Moorman. We still have 1,000 players remaining, but they're falling fast. This tournament should fly by. We expect it to last somewhere of the neighborhood about 5 hours.
We're under 1,000 players, I noticed. Important psychological barrier if you're playing in the tournament. You did have 70,000 to get through. You're now down to just under 1,000.
It's winnable now for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
At this point, Chris, I mean, how you've got to, you almost have to just really focus on one hand at a time and not see the big picture. I feel like this tournament, on a serious note, though, I do feel like this tournament probably is a little bit different than others. Obviously, everybody's bankroll is different, but it's such a top-heavy tournament that laddering up, making the money, those kind of bubbles, are they not as important, you think?
Yeah, I don't think you're really following the ladders. You're just trying to stay in from sort of, make each break, still be in the mix, still have like a playable stack. And before you know it, the players, you're going to be down from 1,000 to 200 and then 200 to 50. I feel like it's going to go pretty fast. So as long as you can sort of maintain your stack, because the blinds go up fast as well. So you got to just try and maintain a healthy sort of 40, 50 big blind stack where you don't have to be shoving it all in to survive kind of thing. So yeah, I think that would be my main aim.
Average stack in the tournament's about 70,000 at the moment. So it is pretty short stacked. You can see we're playing 3,000, 6,000 blinds. So yeah, it's going to go fast.
Yeah, no doubt about that at all. I'm going to see if we can head over to table 306. We have multiple players with a ton of chips. Our chip leader at the start of today, Sky Deal, who I said is my guy. Sebi Gold as well in there, and multiple players with over 250,000 chips. So let's head over to table 306.
Kind of an interesting kind of interesting table. You got some huge stacks and then you got some tiny stacks. Some people sitting out, so there's a little dynamic when people are sitting out as well, because if they're in the big blind, it's people will be more likely to try and steal their blinds, so it kind of messes up the ranges everyone wants to play. So
this is actually it is, and it's kind of wild because we've got 3 of the top 10 stacks on this table. There's like 90 tables. It's pretty unlikely.
Top set of kings going to win this one. And we'll be headed over there in a second. There we are. We are finally over there. Once again, thanks for joining us. 888 Poker, the 100,000 guaranteed WonderWorld Tournament. First place, $5,000, 910 players remaining. We are losing just dozens by the minute. It's pretty insane. The remaining 900 players, by the way, are guaranteed $40. 40 times your buy-in. That's certainly nothing to sneeze at. For those of you who joined us in the last live stream, probably about 6 weeks ago, maybe 2 months ago, you saw Chris doing his best caveman imitation. You clean up well, my friend.
Yeah, it got too much for me. I don't know. It was bringing me down, so I had to get rid of it. Seems like you did the same with your hair, to be fair.
I feel like I've had this for like 2 months though.
Yeah, it's not growing back.
I know. I just keep shaving. I shave it like
Okay.
I shave it every 2 weeks.
You're going bald gracefully.
You
Yeah.
gotta be worried.
Oh, table's shut. Where are you going, Tuck?
There we go. Another table shot. Let's go to let's head over to table 339. Who has, who I believe is our chip leader, Felix 7102. Once again, that is table 309.
Wow. Dramatic.
It's actually
No, table 339. My bad. Oh no, we're going back to 364. We're all over the place here, guys. My apologies. Well, I mean, the tables are dropping like flies. There's only so much we can do.
there's no way we get through this broadcast without me analysing a hand that isn't remotely on screen. Just like there's no way we do that.
I don't know how to.
Yeah, that'll probably happen. There's no doubt about that. Okay, so we are on table 364, which is Wingless Man's table. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see him, our friendly little leprechaun. Utica is the chip leader at this table with 342,000 chips. So once again, that is table 364
It's actually
and
sort of
339
surprising.
on deck.
Sort of surprising there aren't bigger stacks actually. Like the chip leader's got 484, which is like there are no 100 big blind stacks, for example.
That is surprising.
Very densely packed field. I'm starting to think this is anyone's tournament.
Just by the way, if you are watching this, or if let's say you played in this and did not have the fortune of surviving and making the money, there's still an opportunity for you to make money. As I mentioned, of course, 888 Poker. This is a $30,000 overlay, just money given back to 888 Poker to the community. But we also have a free roll today. It is a $500 WonderWorld live stream free roll. The password for this is $.
We didn't get the rights, did we? They never came back to us.
Not to me, at least, but maybe to somebody more important than me.
You know the one I mean about the $.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Fine. The viewers know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My mum's birthday a few years ago, we went out for dinner and we ended up in a nice private members club in London, and CeeLo Green was playing a set, just like a guest set in the corner. And afterwards, the next day, she goes to my sister, yeah, it was lovely. CeeLo Green was playing a set. We didn't go over and say hello because we were talking, but he seemed nice. Like in her head, she was like, could go over and say, I won't bother.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I hope he didn't think I was being rude.
Yeah, that's exactly what she thought. Literally, that's exactly what she thought. It's brilliant.
Double elimination with the Queens. IA06X eliminates 2 players. Cheeky Futter comes into the table with 278,000 chips as we continue. 794 players remaining. We're losing like 100 every 3 minutes. At this pace, we'll be done we'll be done before it's like 9 p.m.
Chuck, I don't know if you remember last time on the stream you recommended TV show Bosch. Started watching it. I'm actually on season 3 already now, so I've watched halfway through. But it's pretty good, yeah. So
I assume you like it, right?
Yeah. No, I haven't given up on it yet. No, it's good. So you're good for something anyway. But I did notice it was weirding me out because season 1 there was a couple of the characters. I was like, you know, when you've seen the actress before or whatever, and they were out of 24, and I've watched 24 twice the way through, so that's a lot of hours. So I was like, I'm sure that's Nina Myers. I'm sure that's
Nina Myers.
Yeah. Nina Myers is Bosch's ex-wife is Nina Myers, yeah.
The first time you watch 24, it's just like the most addictive thing you've ever done in your life, right?
Yeah, you just like the end of an episode, you just got to watch the next one. You just hear that
unbelievable
down, yeah.
I can't understand how it's not been ripped off more. Like when they used to do the end of the episodes where it would go, the ticker's going doot doot He goes, "Fudum, fudum, fudum." But I'm like, give me.
Yeah, so good.
Me and my girlfriend, now wife, were like cancelling social engagements and stuff. It was like, we're ill. / watching another 6 episodes. So good.
By the way, the free roll, once again, that starts at 9 p.m. GMT. There's a 40-minute late registration. And again, the password for that is $. If you go to the restricted tab, click on WonderWorld tab, you'll find the free roll over there. Got a couple of submissions for the contest. We're giving away 10 $30 tournament tickets. Sherry Kaufman says, best dollar I ever spent was gas to get to the casino the night I won 10 grand. Jesse Andrew says, best dollar I ever spent was my last dollar on 888 to get into a blast. I won $3 and then built it up to 545 in a day.
Nice.
Wow, sick brags. That's
Isn't it?
sick. Chuck, let's see if you get the answer to this question. So, which poker player does Bosch remind you of? Probably not that good a likeness, but I'm going with it anyway.
Okay.
Johnny Bax.
I could see that. Okay. I would never have guessed that. So I'm glad you let me and the audience off. I would have never in a million years gotten that right. But I could definitely see that. It's kind of weird. A guy I play hockey with, his name is Mario. He looks like Bosch, and he is a detective for the LAPD. So when we watch the show, my wife and I just call him Mario. We're like, look at Mario's doing. That's a story that's interesting to nobody except for me, my wife, and probably Mario. But hey, there you have it.
Shout out to Mario.
We had a raise here, a 3-bet, a call, then an all-in. Now the action on Cheeky Futter, who's also in there. Kings, ace, 9, 7, and it looks like Kings might eliminate everybody. Yes.
2 more down.
The double elimination by Cheeky Futter.
He broke the table. He broke the game. He was too good.
How many table breaks are you going to have today?
Let's go to, unfortunately, the table we had on deck is also broken. So let's head over to...
let's go to 487.
Okay, 487 it is, guys.
I got the chip leader there.
Table 487. Let's go over there.
I think he's got more chips than the rest of the table combined.
Yeah, I think we should just find the table with the biggest, shortest stack, so that it stays alive for more than 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's actually very smart, Nick. Too smart for this stream, for sure.
Sorry, I'll dial it down.
Thanks for joining us here. Of course, you could be joining us on YouTube or on Facebook. Nick Wealthall, Chris Moorman, alongside me for the 888 live stream. This is a $100,000 Wonder World tournament. Wonders never cease.
Is that what you're going with?
You see what I did there? I just came up with that just now.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounded like you.
Everybody, I've got a lot of gambling centric or poker centric dollar stories, which are great. I'm curious if there are any, amazing dollar stories outside of the gambling and poker world.
It's tough. It's tough to win that $30 tournament ticket. You got to be creative.
All right, I got a question for you. I got a question for you, Tuck. So what do you think the line is here? So I guess the World Series online starts on Wednesday on the WSOP client. So basically you can only play in Nevada, New Jersey, and I'm not sure.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. You can't play in Delaware, no. Okay. So yeah, just Nevada and New Jersey, and the first tournament is a $500 kickoff. You can re-enter twice for like 3 hours and 45 minutes, right? So the maximum bullets you can do is 3 bullets each person. There's no guarantee on it, but obviously the winner gets the bracelet. And how many runners do you think it will get? Because I think it's really hard to know.
Unique or with re-entries?
No, with re-entry, how many total do you think it will get? Right now, there's 40 people registered, and it starts in 2 days.
I'd say 1,100.
So that's probably a good line. Like, yeah, I really don't know. Like,
I mean, it's a total guess. I figure whoever actually is playing is going to be prepared to probably fire 2 bullets.
Yeah. Obviously, a lot of people can't play, but then some people might come from California, maybe. I don't know.
I know a lot of people. I know a lot of people that are actually either going to Lake Tahoe, which is in Nevada, going to Vegas, or if they live in New York, they'll go to Jersey.
This is a question from the rest of the world for both of you. How easy is it? Do you need to do anything? Like if I play poker and I'm in a different state and I decide I want to play, can I just drive somewhere, rent a place, and play?
Yeah, no. There's actually you don't actually need to live there. It's
just geographic.
It's just if you could live anywhere and just literally be in Nevada or Jersey and you can play. By the way, I wasn't going to say it, but since you prompted it, I will actually be doing commentary for all of the World Series poker.com events starting on July 1st.
Oh, nice. Well, hopefully you're commentating on me.
Yeah, and if I'm not, if you want to join me one night, that would be fantastic. I believe the final tables will probably start around midnight my time or later. So if somehow you're not sick of my voice at the end of this broadcast, you can listen to me for an entire month of July. Nick, are you excited? Nick is right now updating his calendar to make sure that he is free.
Buddy, I'm trying to stay professional, yeah?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I can't.
888, of course, a proud sponsor of the World Series of Poker.
Like a month? There's going to be a month?
A whole month, yeah.
No, sorry, I meant a month. There's going to be a month.
Once again, the password for the free roll is $. Very simple. There you have it.
I like this chip leader's screen name, by the way. Limping ain't easy. It's nice. Straightaways. Yeah, straightaways after this guy.
That is a good screen name. So I assume, since you're in Nevada, are you going to play pretty much all of the WSOP.com events?
Yeah, I'll be in there pretty much everything. Firing for sure. Like trying to win that online bracelet, I guess.
Kings versus fives, and looking pretty bleak for the fives. And that is it for I think that's a rooster.
So far, the big takeaway from this event is that Kings are.
I've never seen Kings hold so much. Like it's crazy.
It's alarming.
Only in $1 tournaments, huh?
Yeah.
No, I'll be playing all the events like in there. I was half tempted to do the sort of bracelet bet thing against Negreanu, but then I don't know. I don't really like anti-railing someone, and then it's like kind of tilting if he snap wins the bracelet straight away.
Chris, for people that don't know, what is it? What is
I think he just said he'd bet against anyone who wins a bracelet in. You could do either the World Series, the poker.com events, or GG Poker events. But yeah, like a few of my friends did it. So we'd be rooting for them. But
are you playing a full schedule?
Yeah, that's the plan. Yeah. The thing is, though, I do hate to be tied into something where you feel like you have to play every day. So, you can go into a series thinking, okay, I'm going to be playing every day, but you could get tilted or want a day off or get some.
I was going to say, and it's all no limit hold'em pretty. It's
mainly there's some PLO8, so I would be purely punting in that.
Okay, that's fine. And it's online. So when I think of Negreanu's strengths, I don't think of no limit hold'em, and I don't think online. I think he's, one of his biggest strengths is live poker, his reading ability.
Right.
I would bet on you in a heartbeat. In fact,
hold
on a second. I'm going to actually text him right now and be like, okay. So now you have to play because I'm putting money on you.
Yeah. No, also like a lot of the players, you play against I play on that site quite a lot all throughout the year, so you get reads on the players and stuff like that. So that can't be that undervalued and stuff. But you know, there's also some events that are unlimited. I think there's a couple that might be unlimited re-entry, so you can just get in there and fire real hard. So I'm sure he could do that in some of them. And he's not bad at poker either. Let's be honest.
No, he's obviously a great poker player. But when I think of somebody,
he's won some stuff. He's won some stuff. It's not like we're betting against some kind of fish here.
No, clearly not. I mean, he's not. He's fairly sharp. I mean, I don't think he's gonna bet on his side if he thought he was a huge dog. At the same time, though, when I think of Daniel Negreanu, I don't think, wow, there's an online poker stud who just kills it, no limit hold'em all the time. I mean, tell me I'm totally.
Anyone can win.
Yeah, no, I know. Tell me I'm totally wrong there, but I'm just thinking. I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't know. Either way, I mean, the only fear with him is he's going to fire 100 times.
But David, he's still going to have a huge edge in the tournaments, probably, or most of them anyway. I would have thought.
Like, I guess, but
they're going to be weaker. They're going to be weakish fields, aren't they? Most.
Yeah, they're not the best players on the site.
I would. I'd put my money on Chris Moore. And if I knew Chris was going to play as many tournaments as Daniel is, and it was no limit hold'em online, I would take Chris every day of the week and twice on Sundays.
Oh, well, thanks, sure. Doug. That's the nicest thing you ever said.
There you go. By the way, I just want to make sure everybody realizes we have this awesome Facebook contest. We are giving away, not only do we have the free roll today where we're giving away $500, free money. Not only is 888 Poker having a $30,000 overlay in the tournament you are watching right now, the WonderWorld.
Free money.
We are also giving away 10 tickets. We got a shop here. 10 tickets, $30 for the best dollar spend stories.
Free money.
Now, if you want to be eligible for this, you've got to, in the Facebook comment section, let us know what your best dollar spent story is. Make sure that you let us know what your 888 Poker screen name is. You have to actually be an 888 Poker customer. You actually have to play on the site, and you have to have an 888 Poker screen name. So let us know what the story is, and let us know what your screen name is, and we will pick 10 winners before the end of the stream.
What was your screen name, Tuck?
I unfortunately cannot play on 888 Poker. It's gutting.
But what about in any other site? What was your go-to screen name, or did you just like mix it up?
It was sometimes it was D Tuckman. I know, pretty crazy. At one point, it was Magushla. And what else? I think I used Tuck on Sports at one point for something.
Anyone ever crack that code or?
Yeah, 10 out of 10 for creativity.
Yeah, I never had I was never clever enough to come up with something like Limpin' Ain't Easy. I think I quickly realized that I probably wasn't going to be an online poker stud, so it really made no difference what my name was going to be.
Basically, have nearly half the players that were here when we started this broadcast deceased. Just over 500 now. We started with just
in
over
30 minutes. That's quite rare.
And for any of you at home who are concerned, they're not actually dead. They're just out of the tournament.
Most of them are not actually dead.
Right. I mean, we can't confirm that none of them
died. Exactly. Be careful.
By the way, when I woke up this morning and I came into my office and I turned this on to see how many players were left, we had like 6,000 left. That was only.
What time did it start? Day two.
It was like an hour ago.
Wow. What the?
Okay, so.
It's quite fast.
I assume it will slow down at some point.
Yeah, I mean the levels go up every 8 minutes, which isn't like crazy fast. Normally in a turbo it's like 5 minutes, and the hyper 3 minutes. Normally like a regular tournament's 10, so 8 minutes isn't out of this world fast. But yeah. People are just getting in there.
I have exciting and disappointing news for those of you who are enjoying the eye candy that is Chris Moorman. We are going to be when he steps away from the mic, we will get the always lovely Vivi Saliba joining us.
Saliba.
Got an all in here. Ace Jack versus sevens. A lot of outs for the Ace Jack. Too many outs. No, not too many outs. There it comes. The diamonds. No, full house. I'm blind. Look at me. I'm so stupid. I'm staring. I'm looking. I'm going a 10, a queen, a diamond, an ace, a jack, but not another king of diamonds. As Limpinate Easy approaches the 1 million chip mark.
Second in the tournament.
Second. Who's first?
Oh no, he's now first. Sorry, it's just updated. He's now first.
It's a very fluid situation, obviously.
Fluid situation.
Yeah,
Goes up and down as players win and lose pots.
it's weird like that.
Crazy over here. You can still enter the free roll. Actually, you have a bit of time because you have late registration as well. But it is free money, $500 of free money. You just go to the WonderWorld tab on 888 and you register with the password $. $. Is what you need.
By the way, shout out to 888 Poker. I mean, I know many of you at home probably rolling your eyes like, Tuck, come on, you're so biased. Be like, no, but in all seriousness, though, there are a lot of poker sites out there that are just kind of like, money grabbing and don't really care about the customer. And, you look at an event like today, and Nick said it best. It's just so cool. I mean, WonderWorld, the biggest tournament in 888 poker history in terms of number of participants, fully knowing in advance that covering such a high guarantee would be unlikely. But they saw this as an opportunity to have a promotion that could attract a lot of players and give back the mass market and really give back to the players who play smaller, and to have a $30,000 overlay in this and then to live stream it is pretty phenomenal. So I will say that today, as somebody who loves this game and is very passionate about poker, I'm really proud to work for a company like 888 Poker.
I mean, for example, like 500 left, right? Out of that seems coming 500th in this tournament seems, reasonable. Like, obviously you're never gonna, it's so hard to win a tournament with 70,000 people, but coming 500th, that's doable. And you're getting that's the good thing. You're getting 60 times what you put back in. Normally to get 60 times what you put back in, you got to like win the tournament. So, everyone's getting some money to play with, then they can use it how they may, like however they want, really, can get in the blast, whatever.
Okay, we've got our first winner. We have our first Facebook comment best dollar spent winner, Saladin Satavich, who is Samco0512, says, best dollar I spent. I paid taxi. Hold on, I just lost it. Where'd you go? Hold on. Darn chat's move. I paid the taxi to get to the hospital when my son was born. Definitely best spent dollar in my life. You have won the first giveaway.
And a great father, because you obviously moved to be very near the hospital. So
yeah, clearly that's not in the States, because there's no chance you're paying $1 to any taxi driver. Although, you know what? I picked up Chris in an 888 poker cab a couple of years ago. It was an 888 poker Uber or whatever you want to call it. I still haven't been paid, Chris.
You got paid with mine and Frauda's company.
you didn't even tip though. You didn't even like
nothing. Not even just
here's a couple of get yourself a nice drink.
By the way, when I picked them up at a bar, they've already had tons of drinks as well. Did they give me one? No.
You're driving.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
It's the most sensible thing I've ever done.
I'm thinking about it. All my good dollar spends are tipping people that have brought me food. Definitely. Like, that's the best. Thank you very much. You brought me food. That's the best thing anyone can ever do for you, isn't it?
I'm trying to think of the best dollar spent or used in my life. There was that one time, but I don't think it's appropriate for this live stream. Nick, I'll tell you off stream. Ace King versus Ace 9. 2 kings out there, 2 10s out there. Ace King wins the hand, 96,000 chips, and eliminates another player. Somehow, some way, we have not had this table break, though.
Cool. Chris, give us a bit of advice. If a lot of people watching this are going to play in tournaments like this all the time, not exactly like this, of course, this is a unique event, but kind of fast-paced online tournaments. What should people be working on to try and get good at these and try and get some kind of return?
They definitely do a lot of work on sort of knowing your shove ranges, how to play a short stack, because no matter how good you are, you're going to be in situations where you're short stacked and other players are short stacked. You should know, like, a lot of that stuff is just out there. You should be able to know, like, here, what do I call a 5 big blind shove with blind on blind? The answer is pretty much like close to anything close. But yeah, like just simple stuff like that when you know it, but it's actually very useful because you're gonna be in those situations all the time, especially in these tournaments where they're a lot shallower and you don't get that much post flop play. There's not going to be, someone who's good at knowing the maths behind what they should be shoving and calling with and reshoving with is going to do better than some cash player who's good at playing the river, because you just don't get to the river very often. That makes sense.
Yeah, it really does. And also, I don't think people should be like, sometimes if you're relatively new to poker, like learning shoving and calling shove stuff can seem a bit intimidating, but actually it doesn't take that long, does it? And the ROI on that time, just knowing those spots, is huge over your kind of tournament career.
Yeah, and it also doesn't, some of it doesn't feel that intuitive, because like you might be like, oh, like if it will say to you, if it folds to you in the cutoff and you have an ace with like less than 15 big blinds, any ace, raggy ace 2 off, you gotta go all in. And it might feel to you, it's like, oh, well, I could raise and get away from it if someone re-raises you. But like sometimes you just, your chips are so low that you just have to go, take the chance, and that's the right play, rather than, you let someone else push you off with a weak hand or call in the big blind and let them, like if you're raising with ace 4 and on the button of 12 big blinds and the guy in the big blind calls, you're not going to hit the flop very often, kind of thing. You're going to let them see a cheap flop with 10-9. So yeah, you just kind of have to shove it in there and hope for the best. It doesn't feel very like skillful, but when you're short stat, that is the game really, when you're less than sort of under 15 big blinds.
So I'm intrigued when I watch Phil Hellmuth play, who's obviously the best poker player to ever live. When he's raising and then folding his 7 big blind stack, are you suggesting that's not correct?
Well, we don't all have the white magic. Come on.
Nice reply.
Good point. We have a second winner. Second winner, and it's only because I've lived in Europe and I've seen these. Karina Tahir says, best dollar euro I ever spent. I'll let the euro slide, by the way. I ever spent was for the toilet. I have walked through European cities where you've got to pay, $1 or euro to get into the toilet. And, there are times where that could easily be the best dollar ever spent. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. You're like, you go to the tube and you have to spend, yeah.
So we have still eight $30 tickets to give away. So don't fret if you haven't won yet. Plenty of time. We still have 425 players to eliminate. So we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Chris Moorman, Nick Wealthall alongside me here for the WonderWorld $100,000 guaranteed tournament.
WonderWorld sounds amazing to me. Like I'm interested to know, apart from kick-ass poker tournaments that are really cheap, what else is in there?
It always reminds me of what is it, Winter Wonderland in London. That's what I think when I hear WonderWorld.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's such a great place to drink. Yeah, WonderWorld sounds really cool. I think they should develop it as an idea.
I'd be for that. Players are going on a break in about 7.5 minutes. When they do, we will as well. These breaks aren't very long, though, so just enough time to get yourself a drink, come back, and enjoy more poker.
Just enough time for me and David to think we can go and do something, but actually realize we can't and not quite get back in time to start on time. That's how long the breaks are.
Described perfectly by the one and only Nick Wealthall. I haven't seen it yet, but I assume we have a fantastic social media expert, Tiffany Michelle. Of course, many of you are familiar with her from the World Series of Poker. She has been on 888 Poker many times. She is an invaluable team member for 888 Poker. So she asked me to put together a what I do in the morning before a live stream. So I believe it'll be on the Instagram stories. It's pretty horrific, but if you want to get a chuckle, feel free to watch.
I was going to say, she's a talented lady. I don't know how she's made that watchable, though.
It was her toughest job yet, for sure.
Yeah.
She's really good at what she does.
Still don't have a millionaire in this tournament, which
No.
makes me sad. Having a million chips is cool. Nobody has them.
I would say the over-under on that is about 3 minutes.
Yeah, I would say before break we'll have one. Blind's going up to 16K as well in a minute.
No doubt, no doubt. So, you brought up the World Series of Poker, Chris. I'm just curious of your thought. Now that you have a bracelet, I'm wondering if your opinion changes. What do you think about the World Series of Poker, having an online bracelet series and, giving out bracelets? I know there are some bracelet winners that have kind of been like, these shouldn't be bracelets. I'll give you my opinion in a second, but I'm curious of yours.
Yeah, I kind of sitting on the fence a bit. I can see kind of both sides of it. I think, you run in a tournament, like it worked. It worked when they started doing a lot of lower buy-ins as well. People were moaning about that. So I think people like to moan anyway, to begin with. People like to moan about anything. But I do get what people are saying. Somehow, like, are they devalued in this, like, but is this like there's an asterisk by this year as well, obviously, because there's going to be no live, it doesn't look like at all. But still, it's you still got to beat thousands of players probably, most likely, in these tournaments. So it's not like you could word it the other way and say when you have a high roller which is like 100,000 to buy in and it only has 50 people, then you're devaluing it in a way because you don't have to beat as many people. So you have the you got the chance to buy the bracelet because you don't have to beat as many people. So you can basically find a way to sort of moan about it in any way. I think even the old tournaments, they didn't have many runners, but they had to teach themselves and didn't have all these programs to help them learn and study the game. And so yeah, I mean, having some World Series is better than having no World Series, I think, at the end of the day. No, you agree?
I do 100%. I mean, I think obviously this is not a perfect scenario, and I don't think this replaces anything. But I imagine that's the case with that's the case with sports these days. That's the case in everything. I mean, obviously, we're all in our home commentating on this. We didn't get to go to Barcelona this year, which we would love to go. We didn't get to go to Bucharest this year, which we certainly love. We're not going to Sochi, which was planned in August. But, we're trying to make the best of it. And I think for the World Series of Poker, that's the case as well. And when it comes to bracelets, in my opinion, I just feel like, you can make the argument that if you're the only ever winner, then yeah, those bracelets are so valuable. But the World Series hands out, 70, 80 bracelets a year. I don't think it changes the fact that you're a winner. And on that day, you were a champion. In my opinion, I don't think bracelets are all created equal anyway. I mean, I feel like the 50K Players Championship, the main event, there are a handful that just, stand above the rest. And that'll just continue to be the case. And to your point from earlier, you said, I mean, if you look back in the 1970s, we were handing out bracelets when players beat 5 people. And nobody seems to have any issue with that whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I have no problem with it whatsoever. I mean, in fact, I actually think the numbers you're going to see, I mean, I guessed 1,100 for the first event. It'll be harder to win any one of these bracelets than it would have been to win a bracelet back in the 70s. So That's my I have zero.
Yeah, I
issue
mean, I
whatsoever.
think you just got to make the best of it. It's like when people have been moaning about the Premier League like coming back, and sure, the games have not been as high quality as normal with no crowd, and the water breaks, everyone's but like it's better to have than something rather than nothing. I just remember the few months beforehand just having no sport, watching old reruns kind of
It's
thing.
so
So now,
horrible.
yeah, I know. So now to like actually watch live sport and like just talk about it with friends is like it's just nice. You don't really realize how much you love it until it's gone, kind of thing.
I totally realized, but I was right. Like I was, yeah. 2 months in, I would have watched anything and bet on it, and
Yeah.
did. It's terrible.
I mean, yeah, I mean, listen,
Horrible.
at the end of the day, this is not a perfect situation. I mean, obviously 2020 is just, we're living in unprecedented times.
I'm slightly surprised. Like, why not just develop a separate brand? Because like, feels like that would be a good thing to do anyway. Why not have WSOP online and have a WPSOP online bracelets and start the World Series of online poker and do that every year as well when you can play live again? That was what I do. I might send them an email.
I mean, you can definitely make an argument for that, I think. Like I said, I mean, to me, 2020 is unprecedented times. And I feel like everybody, every individual and all the businesses out there, they're just trying to make the best of it. So,
Yeah. I mean, in the last few years anyway, they've had more and more online events. So it's not like it's a completely new thing. The last sort of 5 or 6 years, I think each year they've had more online events. So
Were they giving bracelets? Sorry, I'm ignorant.
Yeah.
Were they giving bracelets or were they? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they give bracelets, and like the first time they did it, they made everyone play the final table live, and then they stopped doing that, and they still had the bracelet ceremony for the winners, and yeah.
I mean, for what it's worth, I'm just going to go through it. Like, I mean, I've got a few here. Back in 1973, Puggy Pearson won one of his bracelets in 7-card stud. He essentially had to play a one-table sit and go to win that bracelet. There were 8 people. 8.
But that's a valid argument as well. But isn't it? The argument is that it's different in kind, isn't it? That would be the argument. The argument would be that online poker is different in kind to live poker, not different in scale.
Yeah, no, that 100%. But I guess the argument, and I've seen some players make this, of devaluing the bracelet. You want to change the brand, I'm all for it. But if you want to make the argument of it's devaluing a bracelet because you've won it here rather than here, I could make the argument. Well, I mean, let's be honest. If you look back in the 70s, when players were beating 7 other players or 5 other players or 10 other players to win a bracelet, that's where we're coming from. So
it's like Pele's goals, isn't it? Like allegedly he scored 1,000 goals, but like 700 of them were against Brazilian chicken farmers and stuff. And it's like it's really like not 1,000 goals at all.
I've actually I got into a conversation with somebody about Wayne Gretzky, who, for those of you who don't know hockey is my favorite sport, and it's funny when you look at set of aces here, probably going to hold. They are good. And if you look at the goaltending back in the early 1980s, it's just laughable compared to the goaltending.
Break, Dave. You're going to have to hold your story.
Oh,
we have to go on break.
It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good a story anyway. So 328 players remain. They are going on break. First place, $5,000 in the $100,000 WonderWorld Tournament. Back in 4.5 short minutes. Wait, that's not Chris Mormon.
Hello, guys.
Vivian Saliba, the Brazilian
Hi, Vivian.
superstar, alongside us as well. How are you, Viv?
I'm pretty good, thanks. How are you?
We are, I'm well. Nick?
Tremendously well. Peak of my game.
Good.
Good to know. If you're just joining us, by the way, the buy-in for this tournament was a whopping $1. That's right, $1 prize pool, $100,000. 888 has essentially just, you know what? We're going to have a $30,000 overlay on this one. We're just going to give away free money because we love you.
Oh, thank you.
Nick, how's your plant? People want to know.
I literally have no idea. Still here. I still haven't watered it once in its whole life, so I don't know how it's doing it.
You have any more plants?
There are loads of plants here, but I don't take care of them. My wife looks after the plants.
Good.
Very good with the plants.
So when we went to break, we left you with table 487, which had our friend Limpin' Ain't Easy at it. We're going to switch over to table 334, which has a familiar name, Mr. Cheeky Futter, who has over 1 million chips. I think that'll make Nick Welthall
nice.
very happy.
Yeah, I love it. You like to see it. 7-figure me up.
Cheeky Futter on 1.1 million chips right now. Blinds are 8,000, 16,000. Levels are just 8 minutes long. Viv, did you play in this event?
No, I did not. Unfortunately, I was traveling, but I am already registered to the free roll.
Are you? You found it.
That's awesome. Well, what password did you use for the free roll?
Significant personal growth right there.
What password did you use for the free roll?
$1?
There it is. And if you want to play in the free roll as well, you can. That starts at 9 p.m. GMT. I believe registration is open for that right now. You can late register. Yeah, you can late register for 40 minutes if you want. And that is a $500 WonderWorld free roll. Password, once again, is $1.
Yeah, I'm going to try to win this one.
Do you want to have a last longer, Vivi?
Hmm.
Do you want a last longer in the free roll?
Of course. What do you want to bet?
Nice. All of it. No, wait. $1.
$1? Well, you break it in 5K, right? If you play the...
Yeah, it's too late.
It's too late. But you could have.
I'll bet you one burger.
Deal.
All right.
We had a good burger on 888 Poker Live Madrid. Remember that?
Amazing. That was
Very
really
nice.
good. Next time we're in Madrid in 2024.
No, next year, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Blinds now 10,000, 20,000. Lots of diamonds on this board. We're going to see this flop 4 ways. A couple of limpers. Ronci calling from the small blind. All in for 68,000. 311 players remain. We had 70,294 entries. 40,500 unique.
Ooh.
We've got a call. R2D2.
Yeah, and as Chris pointed out, if you get busted now, you make $70, which is like 70 times your buy-in. It's hard to make 70 times your buy-in in life.
Very difficult nowadays.
Exactly.
In anything. We got 2 callers, by the way. So R2D2 called. Cheeky Futter called as well. Now R2D2 is going to bet 20,000 into a pot of 300,000. So Cheeky Futter makes the call once again. Queen of clubs on the river. Pot is 346,000. It's a big one. Another 20,000 chip bet from R2D2.
Levels.
There's a raise.
What's going on?
This is fantastic. Cheeky being quite cheeky.
This is good entertainment. Oh.
He got the fold.
He got the fold, and then somehow Ronci ended up winning that with King 6.
What was that pot? That was a dumpster fire.
I mean, can you imagine folding? I mean, if R2D2 folded a hand better than King 6, the 20,000 chip raise, that's fairly hysterical.
If he folded a hand better than Ace High, it was pretty bad. He
had
6-1 for better than Ace High, I think. Bad luck.
Nick Welthall, Vivian Saliba here. We do have our wonderful contest over at the Facebook. If you join us in the comment section and let us know what was your best ever dollar spent or best dollar used, you can win yourself a $30 tournament ticket over at 888 Poker. Make sure you type your story into the comment section and also include your 888 Poker screen name. We have awarded 2 of the 10 so far.
Gut feel says you're going to have to pick up the pace on that.
Okay, well, I've got a new winner then. You want another one?
Yes.
Dejan Johnny Savic says, in the bar, I saw a girl I liked. I approached her by showing her a coin, not a dollar one, but you know what? We're going to give some liberty for the creativity for it. Telling her I would flip it. If I win, she drinks with me that night. I won. Now, a year from that magic coin, we are expecting our first child.
That was a powerful coin.
Yeah.
Is this true? Would definitely be an answer to win the $30 ticket. Now I want to know if this is true.
Yeah, you win, Dejan. You win whether it's true or not. So let us know. Is it actually true? Because that's pretty cool.
Have you actually got a coin that makes babies?
And if you do, keep it away from me, please, and my wife. We have all the babies we want. Got an all in here. Chuckles, hoping to stay alive here. The pot is 309,000. No side pot yet.
20 bet coming. Oh.
Fives are good. Full house here.
Set over set locks.
That hurts.
It's bad. It's bad in Hold'em.
Yeah.
Well, Chuckles can laugh his way all the way to the bank. He just made 70 times his buy-in. We are down to 284 players.
How's your poker, Vivian?
Well, decent. I miss live poker, but I've been playing some cash games on 888, and I've been studying a lot. And besides this, I've been taking some time for myself, and I'm just waiting till the borders are all open, and we can play live again.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
What's the situation in Austria? Is it open? Where you are, is it open, everything, or not?
They're starting. You can go to some countries. You still cannot go to Italy, I guess. And maybe if you come back, you have to isolate yourself. I'm not sure. But 80% back to normal.
Things are awesome here in the States.
Everything's
going really well here.
I feel some sarcasm.
Me? Sarcastic? Never.
I miss you guys.
We honestly, I see 888 Poker put out, tweets and Instagram posts where they show the whole team and hoping for everybody to get together. And I genuinely miss the 888 Poker squad. Getting together and having some drinks and laughs. It's always a lot of fun. So hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yes, hopefully.
Next year. We can make next year the best year. It'll be good.
The best year.
Everyone will be so ready for it. Like
Mhm.
as soon as it comes back, the events will be awesome.
Yeah, that's true. Since I moved to Europe, as I don't have many of my friends here, basically, I'm starting to get to know some people. When I travel for the 888 Poker Live stops, it's a big thing for me because it's the time I'm going to meet my friends and have some fun. And I'm always very excited for those trips. So I really miss this.
Yeah, it sucks, right?
Yeah.
It's very annoying. That was my main feedback on the virus after about 3 weeks. It's very annoying.
So eloquently put by you too.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks.
It showed it as well. When the virus heard that I was pretty annoyed, it thought twice, let me tell you.
Ace King versus Ace 4 here. Ace King holds. And that pot, 154,000. Van Gurik survives. R2D2 down to under 250,000 chips. Cheeky Futter still our chip leader in the tournament at 1.1 million. We do have another millionaire. That is Alex 007. We have his table on deck. We'll check that out in a little bit, in a little while or so. As we continue to toil here. Once again, the free roll starting in just 48 minutes. So make sure you get in on that action. The free roll, you can click on the restricted tab, WonderWorld. It is a $500 free roll. Nick, what does that mean when it's a free roll?
What that means, David, is it's free money. It costs you no money and you can win actual money for free. It's a no-brainer. It's what we call in this country a no-brainer. So jump in. Vivian Saliba's there. Nick Wealthall's there. It's going to be a rare old time.
Yeah, I am not playing in it because I live in the land of the free, where you cannot play online poker. Yes, not bitter at all.
Oh.
It is harsh.
I mean, it just becomes all the more harsher during this entire epidemic, as you know, we're all stuck at home, going, "Oh, this is fantastic." Nonetheless, though, you can play. The password once again for that is $.
Did you hear that the online cash games were really good during the lockdown? Did anyone tell you that, David?
Yes, I've heard that numerous times.
You heard that? Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to check that you'd heard that the cash games that you can't play were really good.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Ace Queen, no good, and eliminated. R2D2 up to 373,000 with a straight. As we continue, we are down to 253 players. Sounds like a lot, right? You might be thinking, hey, this could be a 3 or 4 day tournament. Keep in mind, an hour and a half ago, we had 4,000.
That's amazing.
How long do you think it's going to take?
Maybe 11 more minutes.
It slows down at some point, right? I'd have thought. I mean, at some point, these guys are going to realize that at some point, they're going to be playing for $5,000 for first place, and they paid $1. I mean, there's going to be some tightening up at the end, surely.
Well, some of them maybe just want to have fun. Like R2D2, they just made a call with 10-8 offsuit from the middle of the table. I like that.
Yeah, I don't think tight is right is the way to play a tournament like this. I think you've got to gamble a little bit, probably, right, Viv?
Absolutely, and have fun. I like to watch. Actually, sometimes it's not so fun to watch this middle stages almost in a deep run, but I like those guys. They play real poker there.
We have a great promote. We have a great giveaway today, by the way. It's a Facebook contest giveaway that you need to check out. If you're watching this on YouTube, hey, that's cool. Do your thing. You be you. But if you want to join this Facebook contest, we are giving away 10 tickets, each worth $30. And what we're looking for is your best dollar spent, your best dollar used story. All you have to do is go to the comment section over at Facebook, write down your story, and make sure you include your screen name. If your screen name's not in it, even if your story is amazing, I can't give you the win. I do remember my best dollar spent. It ended up being $2 total, but it was $1 per person. I was in Costa Rica. We got a flush here, by the way. It's going to win that with 8-4 of hearts. That's Scruton 9. I was in Costa Rica, and I paid for a horseback ride. Okay. And the guide of the horseback ride was a local, and he asked me and the woman I was with at the time, this is a long time ago, pre-wife, asked me, "Hey, would you like the special tour?" And I said, "Sure. You know, how much extra is it?" And they said $1. They said $1 each. I go, "Sure, okay." So I gave the guy $1 for me. My girlfriend at the time gave $1 for them, and we went on this expanded like extra 2 hours where I had monkeys crawling up and down my like shirt and stuff like that. For $1, I had the most amazing experience. Ended up getting
That's
along, yeah, ended up getting along with this the tour guide so well that they invited us back to his house where his wife made us made us a meal,
Oh,
all for $1.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was honestly,
Okay.
it was amazing.
you get a ticket, $30 for you.
Yeah,
You win.
it's $30.
Unfortunately,
David
I do not
Cox.
have an 888 poker screen name, so I am not eligible. That's too bad. AE Likey, all in. AE Likey, gonna take that one down. The password for the WonderWorld free roll is $. Michael
Mhm.
Ton says, David, Nick, is 888 Poker planning on doing more with streaming from Twitch? What are the plans? Hold on. What are the plans to increase the poker experience and population? Well, we just started doing some live streams for the online events. We did the XL Inferno, right, Nick?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we did some Inferno events.
Uh-huh.
We're doing this one. So I imagine that the
Events,
plan
yeah.
is to do more of these. My guess is that we will continue live streaming here on Facebook and on YouTube rather than Twitch.
In terms of growing the poker audience, $100,000 guarantees for $1, that kind of thing. Look out for that sort of thing.
Something you don't see every day.
Exactly. Pretty
They
sweet.
had 40,500 unique players play this event. That's phenomenal.
Yes. I want to see all ins.
I think you're gonna
All in.
you're not gonna struggle to see all ins.
Okay.
Apparently you are gonna struggle to see all ins. They're just gonna bet 25,000.
Yeah. That's a thing, apparently.
We have 4 players now with over 1 million chips: Limpinate Easy, Lumen, Cheeky Futter, and Utica. We're going to head over to table 487 because Limpinate Easy
All in.
is... Oh, wait,
There you
hold
go,
on a
baby.
second. You're right. Good point there.
Boom. Kings are no good, sir.
So apparently Kings are good when Chris Moorman is here, but they are no good when the other players are here.
Me, I like blood.
If he's come to bring the knockouts.
Andre K, all in for about half of a small blind.
Still counts
Probably-
as all in.
Probably not going to get this through.
It's going to be tough.
We've got a raise and then a 3-bet all in. Mad Cat, very mad. Ace-7 versus Jack-9. A lot of outs here for the Jack-9, but not going to come. 10 of clubs on the river, and it seals his fate. And that is it for another player. We're down to 212 players.
Let me see the lobby.
We were going to switch to a table with Limpinate Easy because he's almost at 2 million chips, but that table unfortunately broke. So we are going to stick with this table for a second, and then I believe head over to table 455 once we can get that queued up.
They're already making $80.
Yeah,
Pretty awesome.
pretty awesome. It's quite a few tournament entries. If that's what you'd like to do, you can spin it up again,
That's true.
or take it out and pay down your mortgage. The choice is yours.
Once again, you are watching the 888 Poker live stream here. This is the 100,000 guaranteed Wonder World Tournament. 70,294 entries, each paying $1. That's right, just $1. By the way, the Freeze Out Main Event Day 2 is also running. That is a $109 buy-in, 200,000 guaranteed tournament. They have over 2,300 entries. Prize pool, 234,000. There's 250 players in the money. 95 remain. First place for that one, nearly $47,000. Pretty
Nice.
impressive. No doubt about that. Let's head over to table 455. Limpin' ain't easy. Running away with this thing on 1.75 million chips.
Running away with this thing.
It's over. He can't lose.
Look it, they're playing for second right now. He does have a weirdly large chip lead, considering there's 200 players left. There's a 600,000 gap to the second place player at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he's got what, 5x the average.
Mm-hmm.
That's never a bad thing, right?
Exactly.
I am browsing through Facebook, looking at the dollar stories.
Do you have any winners?
We've had 3 so far.
But we need to get to 10, David.
We have 193 players to get through first.
Yeah, but it's going to be like 15, 20 minutes. That'll be it.
Patience, my friend, patience.
Really? It's not really my thing, patience.
Can I participate?
Yeah, what's your dollar story, Vivian?
I need to think about it.
Oh, okay. I got excited then. I thought you had a good one.
Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the best dollar spent. It can be, I mean, I feel like if you use the dollar for something kind of creative.
If it's entertaining, it can be totally made up, like David's was.
Mine was not made up.
It doesn't matter.
The only thing I said was it wasn't $1. It was actually $2 because it costs $1 each.
I'm really trying to work out one that I can make up that sounds vaguely plausible. I don't even think I've ever tipped $1 in my life. Because it's always 2 for some reason, at least, right?
Do you tip 2 just even for a valet?
You can tip valets.
We do have another winner, though. Nigel Jones,
nice.
Congratulations. Another dollar story I had was when I was in Thailand, where I bought 3 beers from a 7-Eleven for $1. They have 7-Elevens in Thailand?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, loads, yeah.
Outside, he saw 3 locals, and within a few seconds, it dawned on him that they were going into a shop for a beer. So he decided to do his act of kindness and offer them the 3 beers before returning to the shop. We reward acts of kindness, especially if you're handing out beer. Good job, Nigel Jones. You are Chapos 180, and you have just won yourself a $30 tournament ticket. Thank you.
Beautiful metaphor for life. By giving away that $1, it turned into $30. Think about where you could do similar in your own lives. Yeah? Not give to receive, but give because giving gives back. Got no idea. I'm improvising. I never gave away anything.
Oh, God.
We couldn't tell, Nick. It seemed like it was almost like I thought it was like a poem.
Yeah, no, I've read personal development books.
Jeanette Bulls wonders, Viva, how's your dog?
My dog is fine, thanks.
Good news.
Yeah, he's blind, and I took him to the doctor last week to see if here in Europe they could do something about it, but no. He's fine. He went hiking this weekend with me. We went to the mountains. He's been in 2 boats.
Well, there you go. That's great news.
He's enjoying life. Yeah, he's a good boy.
They adapt very well, dogs. Like when they lose their sight or their hearing or like anything like that, they really adapt well, I think. Like it doesn't bother them too much.
He bumps his head here and there, especially in new places. And
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Not here at my place, but when we go to somewhere new, yes. But he ended up to be very spoiled nowadays, and he loves the attention. He loves it. Where is he? We'll bring him here.
Yeah, get him on. Here he comes, celebrity walk-on. Vivian Saliba's doggy.
Oh, look at that.
Napoleon.
Napoleon's very cute.
He is, right?
Very cute.
Thanks.
Everyone say hi, Napoleon. At home, obviously. They're all doing it. He can still hear, right? Because
he hears good. His sniff's good.
That's good. He's really sweet.
Hey, pup. How are you?
That looks excellent.
Yeah. Give us a moment, by the way, to say hi to some of the chatters over in YouTube. I see Ryan Gledo says, "Hey, LOL Chopos 180 is my pal at 888 Poker. I told him about your stream." Well, Ryan, you should probably your buddy should probably give you a beer because he just won himself $30. I want to say hi to CPT Mevius, Bobo 13. All of you over in the YouTube chat. If you want to be eligible for the Facebook giveaway, you have to comment in the Facebook chat, though, just so you know.
Napoleon looks like he's playing.
He does sometimes.
It looks like Napoleon's playing and Vivi's ghosting.
or the other way around. Once again, welcome to the 888 live stream, the $100,000 Wonder World Tournament. Vivian Saliba, 888 ambassador, Nick Wealthall, 888 commentator, and me. Somehow I still have a job. We are here commentating for you. The live stream is down, the tournament down to 173 players. We'll be here until we crown a champion. First place is $5K. Once again, the buy-in on this tournament was just $1. The overlay in this tournament, nearly $30,000. 888 Poker, very aware of the fact that they would have trouble covering such a high guarantee. But they didn't care. They saw this as an opportunity to have a promotion, to attract and give back to all of you. And one of the many reasons why I'm very proud to work for 888 Poker.
Vivian, do you ever dress him up?
I do.
Do you? I knew it. What kind of outfits have you got? Hats? Have you got any hats?
On Christmas, he was wearing a bow tie. When he was younger, he had a sailor outfit. Tuxedo, actually. Yeah, he has it all.
I would really like to see the sailor outfit if that could be possible, please.
Yeah, I will find a picture and send it to you.
Thank you.
I have it on Facebook.
Excellent.
Does he have a Instagram account?
No.
But
I post a lot of things of him.
Okay. Fair enough.
Brilliant.
Continue here.
67 players left.
Yeah.
We'll be under 100 before you know it.
Limpid ain't easy at 1.4 million. We have only been, they came back to play 2 hours ago. And I'm not even kidding when I tell you that, we've gotten through 5,000 players already. Just insane. They're under 100, by the way, in the $109 freeze out main event. Because everybody likes a freeze out, right? Got a little action brewing over here. Limpinate easy. to act. Blinds are now 17,500, 35,000. By the way, if you want to just say hi to us, you don't need to tell us a story. You can just comment in the chat and we'll talk to you.
There's another stacked table. There's 3 of the top 14 in the tournament are on this table.
Trans Energy, Madeira 94.
Mm-hmm.
Both just under 1 million chips. Limpin' Ain't Easy. Calling the flop. Check back the turn. Pot is 413,000. Small little blocker bet here from the hammer. There's a call. King Queen's probably going to be good.
Where's the rest of his pot? It's a pretty good hand.
Yeah. MR the hammer up to 813,000. Amin El Amhidi says hi.
Hi.
Darren Cole says we want team games back. I'm with you on all these things here.
Dave, who cut your hair?
Me or Nick?
Yours.
I cut it myself.
Right?
I cut this myself with our we have dog clippers. I use those. What do you think?
Looks good.
Yeah, I think I need another cut. I might cut it before our next stream.
Have you ever shaved it at all off?
Yeah, I mean, I get pretty. It goes down pretty low. I'll send you I can send you a picture. Maybe I'll put it on Twitter, or Instagram. I have a picture of me when I was like 20 years old, completely like bald with a goatee. My mom blatantly looked at me and said, "I have never seen you look uglier than you look right now. You look like a convict."
I want to see that. I will be honest.
They're so supportive mothers, aren't they?
Especially mine.
Unconditional love. It's just beautiful.
Well, it's better to be honest, right?
Yeah. Hey, I have another dollar story, by the way, and we are still looking for your best dollar story out there. Phil Walmsley, I see that one. I think you can do better, Phil. My best dollar story, I can give you another one. This is actually true. Not mine, but a friend of mine did this, and this is legit. Went to a garage sale. We were like 15 years old, and at the time, dealing and buying and selling like sport cards was a big deal, specifically baseball cards. And, people go to like baseball card shows and stuff like that. Anyway, he went to a garage sale where somebody was selling, cards, and he found some, and the woman was just like, "Oh yeah, you can have these for like $1." She didn't care. And in the mix, there was a Mickey Mantle that was worth thousands.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I asked him if he felt bad that he took it from her. He did not.
You didn't give her a cut or something?
Say that again?
He didn't give her a percentage?
No, I don't think he realized what he was getting until he got home and then looked through the whole package. He was like, "Oh my!" He's like, "This has to be worth money." It was like, it wasn't like a Mickey Mantle rookie card, but it was like, maybe like 3rd season or something like that, or 5th season. It was worth a lot of money. And she was just like, she didn't know any better, and she was like, "I don't know, $0.10 a card, or just give me $1 for the whole thing. I don't care." Bunch of old cards.
Sometimes you're lucky.
Yeah. Jesse Andrew Maluk says, "First time watching you guys. Good streamers, well spoken, and seem to know what you're talking about, poker related. Not much quiet time." Thank you, Jesse Andrew. Appreciate the compliment. Thank you.
I don't know how we can tell we know what we're talking about from the last 20 minutes. I mean, I've just been trying to work out how to ask Vivi if she can put her glasses on Napoleon, because I thought that would have looked awesome, but now it's too late. And I've missed my window.
I have pictures of that too.
Be amazing.
Yeah.
I can't ever have a dog, because all I'll do is dress it up all day, every day. Just
you should
make
have
it look
one.
hilarious. Yeah. We have dogs next door. A very nice older lady lives next door, and she has 2 dogs, and I walk them sometimes, and they are excellent.
Nice. Yeah, I love all of them.
Can you imagine Nick cleaning up after his dog, though? I can't. I would imagine that. I would imagine the responsibilities of the dog would fall on Mrs. Wellthall.
Why would you imagine that?
I don't know. You don't even water your plant.
That's because who cares about plants? They're dumb. No, I get nothing from this.
I actually bought a cactus, and I killed the cactus. And
How do you kill a cactus? You can't kill a cactus. They don't die.
Exactly.
What did you? I mean, did you water it?
I did. I placed them in the toilet, and we don't have a window, and it was just too dark, I guess, and it rot.
Did you get the cactus and think, right, I must replicate the conditions of a desert? Wet, dark.
Now I cactus are on the windows, so they get a lot of sun. But yeah, I didn't know. I never had plants before. It's tough.
It's tough.
Fair enough.
It's tough. It is tough to kill a cactus. That is.
I mean, that takes talent. Yeah, Strong 117 eliminates a player up to nearly 600,000 chips. By the way, new chip leader at this table, the Hammer up to 1.13 million chips. Limbane and Easy on 1.05 million. But a new chip leader throughout, by the way, is the Hippie, who is on 2.2 million chips. And they are over at table 334.
In fairness, Vivian, the reason that I don't look after the plants is because they die when I look after them. So I'm just like acting like I can't take care of plants.
Because you can't.
I can't. I'm bad at it.
You're good acting.
Yeah.
Nick, just for the record, by the way, we can't actually see your plant in the shot. Can you move him over or her over?
Why is it?
I feel like we're
It's just a
referencing the plant.
But I mean, Vivian's got a really charismatic, entertaining dog. I've got an inanimate green object.
I feel like the plant has like become part of the show. It's like an 888 poker team member now.
Quick, someone do a joke about how Nick's feet just got way more charismatic.
Done.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Nick Wellthall, Vivian Slaba, David Tuckman here. Thanks so much for joining us, guys.
Quote, clearly these guys know what they're talking about. End quote.
Joanna Oliveira says, hey guys, hello from Brazil. Kisses to Vivian, our 888 poker beautiful best player. Sergio Daniel says, I'm out, guys. Watching from the start. Good luck to others to win a prize. Sorry you did not win, Sergio. Stick with us here. A free roll starting in 21 minutes.
21
Password
minutes.
is $1.
Vivian, are you ready? Are you in the zone?
I am. I'm
ready
ready.
to perform at your peak.
I will go all in, all in, all in.
I mean, do you
I like
understand
Nick's side.
there's a burger of my choice on this?
Yeah, it's a pleasure to pay you a burger.
Okay, thanks.
I mean, you can go to a luxury burger place where a burger might be $14.
As much as that.
We're in a luxury place.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah, there's some dry aged meat burger with truffles and stuff.
Sounds
In
delicious.
Vegas, there is the Gordon Ramsay burger place just by Planet Hollywood. It's pretty good.
Well, now I'm dying for a burger. Okay, I will pay somebody $48 to deliver a burger to my house right now.
But you guys in America, you have all these burger places like In-N-Out and Five Guys and all of them. You guys are lucky. I'm a big burger fan, by the way.
She is.
Yeah, burgers have kind of taken over in the sense that it used to just kind of be like, oh, there's In-N-Out and there's whatever. Now there's like dozens and dozens of places that make delicious burgers.
So my father-in-law won't have them for dinner. He doesn't consider them to be a proper meal.
I mean, what if you had a burger with potatoes and say broccoli and carrots? Would it be a proper meal then?
They're poor man's food, apparently, and they're okay for lunch, but not acceptable for dinner.
Okay,
You
so
said
wait,
to him,
wait.
"Do you want to go out?" If you say, "Do you want to go out for burgers?" It's like a slap in the face.
It sounds like his favorite food is broccoli.
No, his favorite food would be like steak or like a really good fish or something. He's just like, he's down on burgers. He's not having it.
I don't get it.
Does your father-in-law, does he have issues with people who have breakfast for dinner as well? Like, let's say I was going to be like, you know what, I'm in the mood for an omelet tonight for dinner.
I never tried it. Probably. Yeah. Like he wants a proper dinner, you know? He's Maltese, so like he really likes like a serious big dinner.
Okay. Things have to happen at certain times.
No, just things have to happen at a certain level. Like burgers are not at that level.
Right. I mean, I don't. Yeah. I mean, I just don't understand the whole. I can't count the number of times I've had breakfast for dinner.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Right? Why would you do that?
Food is best.
I was just ridiculing Hash House at the Rio, which of course anybody who's been to the Rio for the World Series of Poker is familiar with Hash House because you have to walk by it to get to the convention area where the poker tournaments are played. And every single year I walk by there, I vent because I go, why are they not open? The place closes at like 3:00 in the afternoon. And you think about it, how many people at 2 a.m. leave the poker area would love to have pancakes and eggs?
That's a very good point.
I just imagine that the management at the Hash House just does not like money. It makes no sense to me. Let's head over to our chip leader. We have 2 players right now with over 2 million chips. And one of them is our Canadian friend, the Hippie 01, over on table 418. So let's check out that table right now. We've got a few big chip stacks on that table. Gypsy stuff with over 1 million, Goralments with 925,000. Of course, the Hippie with 2 million chips. So we are headed over to table 418. Thanks for joining us here. 119 players remain in a $100,000 WonderWorld tournament. What's your best ROI you've ever had, Viv?
In Vegas last year,
Yeah.
I paid $888 on a buying, and I got 308,000.
So doing the math really quick.
Girls speak almost 400 buys.
That's pretty sick. 400 buy-ins. By the way, first place in this tournament is 5,000 times your buy-in.
Impossible.
That's insane. And actually, like you have then you have a bankroll, and
Right.
you invest $1, and whoever wins this is gonna have a pretty decent bankroll.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's really, really cool.
Yeah.
So we've got another all-in. It seems like an all-in on every hand. And if you're wondering where the poker analysis is, at some point that will happen. Right now, it's just a lot of like gambling.
On the final table, things will get serious.
Right. Miha Scaff all in here with the 10 high. 10 high is good right now. No, I'm sorry. 6s are still good, and 6s eliminate a player. The Hippie back over 2 million chips. Up to 2.3 million chips. Wacko 90 from the UK, by the way, is our other 2 million chip player. He's on 2.3 million as well. As we continue, Broughton 17, by the way. You think that's Matt Broughton? Matt Broughton?
Could be.
That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Nick, can you? I don't know what happened. Your audio is a little low.
It's low.
Yeah, I don't know. Something just moved.
And it's not a popular request. It's like actually a technical thing.
Now it's good. It seems like maybe the connection is loose. I don't know. I'm not very tech savvy, so I can't tell you what's wrong.
Which cities are you guys speaking from? London and Los Angeles?
Yes. Yes. Nick is in the good old UK. Are you in UK? You are in the UK, right? You're not in Malta?
I'm in the UK.
Yep.
That's
I
my
am.
sound.
And I am at home in lovely Pasadena, California, which is Southern California, LA County.
I'm in London in the same house I've been in for 3 months now.
I thought you were going to Malta. Got an all in here from Yanni, by the way.
No, we had to decide whether to go to Malta or not at the start of all this.
I got you.
Yeah. We could go now.
I was going to say, right?
Yeah, we could go now, I think.
Things have kind of chilled over there.
Kind of. So mid sort of weird halfway point.
Yeah, I think as the United States has obviously proven, complacency, though, certainly our worst enemy at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, it's going to just vary a lot.
Right.
From country to country and also from month to month, I suspect, unfortunately.
Things are very unstable right now. Can be everything. You travel and then can't go back.
Yeah, that's the worry, right?
Yeah. I'm counting the days to go to Brazil, visit my family, but the situation there is very, very bad.
Yeah, for sure. DSOTM up to over 1 million ships. We talked about, of course, first place being $5,000. That is based on our total entries, which is over 70,200. We had 40,500 uniques. Let's take a look at that prize pool. First place, of course, $5,000. Second place, 2,500, 1,800 for third, 1,300 for fourth. 2,150 players got paid in all. So very impressive. Everybody at the final table will make at least $350. So once again, just when you start looking at the numbers based on what the buy-in was, it's fairly astonishing. And this this WonderWorld series ran the entire month of June. This, of course, being the $100,000 guaranteed main event. 888 Poker knew it would be almost impossible to reach this guarantee. They didn't care. They were like, cool, we're going to do this for you. There's going to be a huge overlay and we'll just pay it.
All in for a mill ball.
Not messing around. I mean, it's funny. It sounds like a lot, but it's actually only about 17 big blinds.
It's $1 million, David Tuckman. It's obviously a lot.
My bad. I'm stupid. Well, how about a call and the nines hold, because nines are make a full house there, and DSOTM up to 1.28 million. We're now down to under 100 players.
And the free roll starts in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it does. Get excited.
Nick.
Pardon?
What is your name on 888?
It's Nick.
That's it?
How'd you come up with that?
Well, I did. I took my name and I shortened it like everyone does all the time. And I just went with that. It's Nick W3319.
I hope you're on my table.
I hope so too. I will crush you.
I doubt it.
I will put the same bounty out there again. If anybody knocks out Nick Wealthall on the free roll, I will buy them a beer. Just let me know if you knocked him out.
Why aren't you on Team Nick?
I'm on Team Nick, but I'm also on. I mean, hey, I'm on both sides. Do I get a 10% free
roll?
roll?
Nick and team people that knock Nick out. How can you be on those two teams? They're like completely.
It's 2020, okay? Don't question
You're
me.
on both sides.
Yes.
We have no longer possible.
We have our fifth winner, by the way, in our Facebook $30 tournament giveaway.
Whoop.
25 years ago, I met my wife in a local pub. It cost me $1. Well, it actually cost me £1. We'll let that slide. Cost me £1 to buy her a drink. I've never looked back. 6 kids, and I'm very happy.
No.
Yeah. See, I knew Viv was a romantic, so there you go. You're gonna win. Philman X-Man wins a $30 ticket. We still have 5 more to give away. Let me know. What's the best way you have spent or used $1? Queens versus aces. There's a queen. 2.1 million in the pot. Oh, that is a monster pot. And suddenly the hippie. That was huge. Yanni now at 2.1 million. The hippie down to $1 million. Cooler Central.
Just thinking about how much money I'd have now if my wife had just accepted £1. I'd be so rich. Never mind. That must be one of the biggest spots of the tournament so far. Huge. 2.1 million. Jeez.
Hey, you might have inside information on this. Antonis Giorgio says, hey, will the Battle of Malta tournament in October take place?
You're asking.
So Malta is reopening everything. They just had a big reopening of the airport, like the country, but it's hard to know if it will stay open until October because obviously, so tourism and the summer are very important to Malta. So obviously they're slightly gambling because they have the virus really under control. Like they've only had 9 deaths. So they did a really good job. But whether it'll last till October, don't know. And the problem, obviously, with the Battle of Malta is so many people would travel in as well. So is that going to be possible? Don't know. So that's my answer. Just don't know.
The free roll starting in 7 minutes. Harvinder Singh over on YouTube asks, does anyone know the password for the free roll? We do. It's $1.
$1 is what you need.
I was singing the same thing. It started singing because I was singing.
Yeah.
Telepathy.
And that's why you don't want to be on my table, Vivian, because I
You
know what you're
know-
going to do before you do it, my friend. Mainly because you're going to go all in all the time. That's how I know. Like, that's the... Yeah.
We have a new chip leader at the in the 100,000 WonderWorld tournament as we are now under 90 players. Dr. Doolittle on 2.8 million chips. Wacko still on 2.4 million. Mr. Bluff on 2.2 million. As we continue to toil about, Vivian Saliba, Nick Wealthall, David Tuckman calling the action here for the 100,000 WonderWorld 888. Essentially a free roll. I mean, it was $1 buy-in. $1. I give my kid $1. I give my kid $1 to brush our dogs.
Do you?
Yeah. He brushes the dogs once a week and he gets $1.
I do it for free.
Say it again?
I would do it for free.
Okay. Hold on a second. Phineas, you just lost a job. There you go. Just told my kid that he lost his job.
Poor Phineas.
Hey, times are tough, okay?
Wow.
I got somebody who just did it for free.
I'm looking here, the flags. Pretty international.
Very.
But I think UK is leading.
So go down the top 10, Vivian. Do you know them all? I don't know one of them without looking.
You're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Again?
So UK's number 1, obviously, and then Germany, and then is that Ukraine?
Okay, let's go through these flags when we get back because the players are going on a break and we will go on a break as well. 85 players remain in the $100,000 guaranteed WonderWorld. Back in 5 minutes. Hello and welcome back. Had some muting or unmuting issues there. We are back here for the $100,000 Wonder World Tournament. We are down to 84 players. Nick Wealthall, Vivian Saliba alongside me, offering their insight and their humor. And the free roll has started, by the way. Registration's still open on that. Free roll started just 1 minute ago. And you can get in on that action. Use the password $. Registration lasts, I believe, 40 minutes into the event.
Free money.
Free money is indeed correct. We are down to 84 players. The remaining 84 players, by the way, all guaranteed $100.
That's pretty sick. For $1.
Awesome.
Ace 9 versus 5s here, and the 5s hold. And we have another elimination as we get closer and closer to awarding a champion. Nick and I will be here until we crown a champion. We'll have a smorgasbord of 888 ambassadors.
What's the collective term for a group of 888 ambassadors?
I thought I just
Good
used
question.
smorgasbord.
Well, that's
No.
a Norwegian buffet.
Maybe not.
A flop of ambassadors. A bounty of ambassadors. I can do this all night. They won't get any better. No, I'm out. I thought it was going to go better than that.
I had faith in you too. I mean, I
Yeah,
felt like like you were underselling yourself. They were
I came
going
up
to
with
get better.
two. I came up with two.
Yeah.
Dried up a bit there.
Very exciting news, by the way. So, of course, we're watching this fantastic $100,000 guaranteed tournament. 888 Poker knew in advance covering such a high guarantee would be very unlikely. They saw this as an opportunity to have a promotion that would attract and give back to the mass market and also give them a chance to play this multi-flight feature, which usually caters to the high stakes players. In addition, during this live stream, we are giving away 10 $30 tickets, and we're looking for your best dollar spent story. If you just put the story in Facebook comment section, make sure you include your screen name. We have awarded 5 so far, and I believe we have a 6th winner.
Sweet. Lay it on us.
Mark O'Connor, who is our kid Fire on 888 Poker, just said, I just paid $1 to ask my child to stay in bed. She's 4. He did this so he can watch the end of this tournament. Fingers crossed.
It's nice.
As a dad, I get it. There have been many, many a night where I have bribed my children to stay in bed.
Does it work?
It does with the older one. It doesn't with the younger one. The older one is saving up for a Nintendo Switch. By the way, during the break, I went outside. I left my office. My children are baking cookies with my wife, and my oldest one was very upset that somehow he goes, "Daddy, I lost my job." I go, "No, I was just kidding. I was just kidding. I go, Vivian's not actually going to come here from Austria and Brazil to brush our dogs. You can still brush the dogs."
Hilarious backfire.
Yeah. Ace Queen versus Jack 9. Jack 9 gets there. Easy game.
Daddy, I lost my job without a formal review process. I'm taking you to tribunal. You owe me $800 in lost earnings and emotional damage.
YRY 3 up to 327,000 with that Jack 9 win. Yanni down to 2.4 million. Still obviously very healthy. Limpinate Easy continues to just crush up to 4 million chips, by the way.
It has been in the top. He's been in the top 10 for almost the entire stream, which is
That's
quite
really
hard
impressive
to do in this tournament.
Ace 3 versus 10s, and the ace good. I believe I'm on the wrong table. I am on the wrong table.
Nicely done.
That's what I do.
Nick, how's it going in the free roll?
Amazing. Wait, let me just
How
check
many
something.
chips do you have?
More than you.
Probably, yeah. I lost a few already.
I didn't even look at what you had. I just won a pot and now I have starting stack. Yeah. Believe it.
Mike Shorka, by the way, in the chat. By the way, if you want to jump in this free roll, you can. The registration is still open. The password is $. Mike Shorka just said, I just paid $1 to pay my stepson to play outside so I can use the desktop and watch you guys. Shorkinator 1. I like the story, but since we just awarded it to a parent giving $1, we need more original creativity. Do like it.
Wow.
Masgood Pira says, in terms of a group of 888 ambassadors, he says, how about a school of ambassadors, like a school of fish?
Oh, isn't that like a poker school? Works two
Could be a
ways.
thing.
It's good.
Jeanette Bull, by the way, thanks for joining us again. Jeanette is one of our more loyal viewers. I'm a Jeanette Bull fan. Blinds, by the way, 50,000, 100,000.
Commentator friendly. Average stack is now 1 million. I can remember when no one had 1 million, way back in, well, about 8:30 my time, but I can remember.
Yeah, we have. I don't think the tournament structure. This is not a tournament structure that's meant to last 4 days. Clearly, but
Tournament
still,
structure built. It's a tournament structure built for fun. Unlike this free roll, which is a slow burn, I'm going to grind this out. Small ball poker.
Well, you've got the last longer as well. I feel like you're a lock because Viv just doesn't have the discipline you have.
Yeah, but she could get hot and she could have like 30,000 in about 10 minutes.
Oh, straight there. And suddenly, remember the hippie? The hippo had 2 million chips. He's out, gone, kaput.
If your screen name's the hippie, you've just got to be totally chill when you bust, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, whatever, man. That was me being a hippie.
Do you meditate, Nick?
No, I don't. No.
Do you do yoga?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now below this level. You can't see. I would tilt the camera, but it'll just intimidate everybody. You know what I'm talking about.
We all do.
But no, I don't do. I'm tremendously inflexible. The only time I've ever been flexible, I did martial arts for about 3 years, and I got flexible. But like, I'm naturally massively unflexible, and I can't do meditation. It's not for me. My lack of thoughts isn't interesting. I don't know. Have you done it,
Viv?
Dave?
Sorry.
Oh, me. I am woefully awful at meditation, but I have found other things that I feel replace it. Like I'll go for a hike in the woods or in the mountains, and I'll just sit by a stream, and I feel like, okay, that's kind of like my form of meditation. But I do actually like yoga.
I need something to occupy my mind. So poker is a meditation for me. Because if I play poker, I don't think about other things. And chess is the same. How about you, Vivian? You meditate?
When I play poker, I do think about other things. I used to meditate, especially when I'm on some poker trip or in Vegas. Then I take things a little more serious. Right now, what I'm trying to do is just to work out on a more regular basis. And like I did this weekend, I went to the nature and I had some contemplating time for myself. And I think this helps.
Vivian, are you out the free roll?
I'm out.
Yeah.
Now you have Nick, you have the ultimate free roll. So you've already won yourself a burger of your choice, right?
I'm so happy.
Last longer, I tell you. And
It's the best thing that's happened to me in lockdown.
The 888 ambassadors just continue to fall by the wayside. Nick Wealthall proving the commentators are where it's at.
Yeah, I mean, I'm killing it now. I'm 1100th out of 1898. So look out.
Ace Jack versus King Queen. Ace Jack is going to win this one.
Did you have a bad beat, Vivi?
1.7 million, and there's an elimination. MTL, I'll call Montreal 90, although that's not a Canadian flag, so probably not Montreal. Nonetheless, though, MTL 90 up to just about 2 million chips. We have.
Do you have a story for us?
Who has a story?
You're out the free roll. Like, what's the story? Like, why did it go wrong?
Well, they were limping.
Yeah.
And I can see just everybody involved. And then I raised my queen jack, and then someone went all in, and then I ISO'd, and someone had ace queen, and I had queen jack, and I'm out.
So I mean, it sounds like a really bad beat.
Supposed to be fun, right?
No doubt, no doubt.
It was fun for me.
I tell you, yeah, I was going to tell you. You know who's going to have a lot of fun here? Oh, look at this! How about not 1 3, but 2 3s? Ace 3 beating 8-8 on 888 poker. That's
how does that beat it?
Oh, whoa! What a flop! 8. I didn't even see the 8 out there. I'm blind.
Have you used lockdown to forget?
I have. I get so excited because I saw 3-3. I just assumed. And it wasn't until you pointed out.
Like, literally, the sponsor's hand is up there.
Shut up.
Like, 8s flop a full house of 8s full, and you're like, come on.
Nick Wealthall on top of it, not only on top of the commentary, but also winning the last longer versus Vivian Saliba, who took a brutal beat. I mean, to get Queen Jack in versus Ace Queen and not win. Man, that's tough.
It's outrageous.
That is tough. Yeah, that's outrageous. 6s versus 7-4 here. And 6s look like they're going to win. No, how about that? Runner straight.
Wow. Vivian, I sent you a screenshot of my free roll.
Let me see it.
Yeah.
Hey, Vivian, while you're looking at the screenshot, I do have a serious poker strategy question for you, since you obviously have had tremendous success in lower buy-in large fields, like the 888 poker tournament, of course, last year at the World Series of Poker, where you finished third? Fourth. Okay. Do you have any advice for players who are playing lower buy-in large fields?
Well, I think it's a general advice. It fits to any poker tournament, but just be very patient. It's very difficult. And one thing with these huge fields is like those tournaments, they take many days and you play many hours. And it's very easy to lose patience and to try to win every single hand and to try to make things faster. And this won't help you. Probably you're gonna hang yourself. So be very patient, be rested, and don't be upset and don't go desperate if you lose some hands and if you don't have the stack you used to have. On day 2 of this tournament, the Crazy Eights, I was down to 2 big blinds, and I finished the day when there were, I think, 900 players left with chip lead.
Wow.
So then I still played all day 3 and day 4. So you still have chips. There is hope. So just be patient and play your best. And hopefully you're going to be lucky too.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Blinds down 62,500, 125K. I'm going to raise here, which is effectively an all-in from Noso Rog at 1204.
I'm out of the free roll.
Are you?
I lost my motivation.
Well, I don't think it's fair that we're gonna eat burgers and Tuckman's not invited. So you're invited too, and you also win a burger, okay?
Woo! That's awesome. Look how disappointed Nick is. He's like, wait a
What
second.
did he do? He
That's
did nothing. I played my best poker for 11 minutes to get that burger. And he just swans in.
Tuck, you just
Hey,
lost your burger. You
I
want
could
some
literally register. I could register right now and last longer than both of you.
Yeah, well, A, you're not allowed because you're illegal. And B, we'll never know, will we?
I'm not illegal. I just don't live where you live. By the way, let's head over to
Hashtag
table.
illegal.
Let's head over to table 430 because we have Alex 007 at that table with just heaps and heaps of chips. He has 4.9 million chips over at table 430. Cesar also at 3.1 million. Wacko on 4 million. DSOTM on 2.5 million chips. So a ton of chips over at table 430. And we'll watch this one unfold. By the way, we're down to just 6 tables and 47 players. I mean, it's insane. This tournament might be over before the free roll is over. I'm still looking for 4 fantastic stories. We have awarded 6 $30 888 poker tournament tickets. If you have a great story about how you used or spent $1 or €1 or £1, or you can make up one that's really funny, all you have to do is go to the comment section over on Facebook, write it in there with your screen name. And if it's an amazing story,
There's been some good ones.
Win. What was that, Nick?
I said there's been some good ones.
Yeah.
You got a free donkey in Costa Rica or something. I don't know. I wasn't really listening. And some people have like met their wives and stuff. Amazing.
I want to say hi to everybody in the chat over on YouTube. Dennis Veter, Crypto Hunter, Josh Duhame, Bobo, the Reggie, RMAC. Thanks for joining us. Once again, the free roll, despite the fact that it is over for Vivian and Nick, it is still going on, and registration is still actually open. So you can get in there. The password for that is $.
And Vivian's giving away burgers like confetti. So if you do really well in it and then tell her, she'll probably get you one.
Well, I need to explain myself. So I play poker professionally, and I take it very serious. And it's not that this free roll is not serious, but I'm here speaking with you guys. I need to watch the stream.
Of course.
So I decided to have some fun. And it's very rare that we can actually play poker for fun, just like enjoy and go a little crazy, because normally you have to make the numbers and be very concentrated. So yeah, it's poker with friends.
Exactly.
Ace deuce versus ace king. Stick that deuce in your eye, because there it is.
Did you doubt yourself as you were calling that, or were you confident?
100% confident.
Okay, good.
Full confidence there.
He's just had a couple of dodgy moments recently. I was just checking he was okay with which handed.
I did have to double check there.
Okay, that's fair.
This is live commentary. I don't get a chance to double check.
I understand.
A lot of things going on right now.
I know.
Chinox, after losing the ace king, is all in. Calls the all in after Daniel raises the $250,000. Alex is our chip leader with 4.7 million. He makes the call as well. Flop is 7, 5, 3, 2 spades. Check, check. Side pop, by the way, of 141,000. Now Alex is going to bet the turn. Pretty bad run out for Daniel's range, as he was the pre-flop raiser. Jack 6 versus Queen 10. Flush over flush. Wow.
A dirple up, basically.
Amazing.
That's good. There is hope.
And he's only he's at half the average right now. Average is 1.7 million. So
Another tip for our viewers: when you make a bluff and you're gonna go all in, leave some chips behind, because then you can multiply those chips. You know, it's always good to be alive in a tournament, even if you have a little bit. There's always hope.
So is it important, Vivian, is it important if you're going to, when you bluff, only bluff with, say, 85% of your chips, you save a few? Is it also important that is it important to be balanced that when you have it, also only bet 85% and not go all in?
Yes, but depending against your playing, maybe they won't realize. So you need to judge at the moment. Also, if you think your opponent has a very strong hand, then maybe you can go for everything. But in theory, you have to balance. But it's okay to play exploitative.
It is. Agree.
Actually, it's recommended.
Agree.
Saladin Sadovic says the guy Strong 117 is a fantastic player. We'll keep an eye on Strong 117. Obviously, a little bit handcuffed right now with just 580,000 chips, but see if he gets some chips and we can play it out. Thanks for that tip there.
3 million shove, more or less.
Jesse Andrew wants to point out that if Darth Vader and Batman got into a fight, Chuck Norris would win.
Did he buy that joke for $1? I don't understand how.
I think he was still doing the joke thing from last time, but I like it nonetheless.
Nice.
My mom's favorite actor ever is Chuck Norris. She just loves him. I don't know why. My mom's 77 years old, and she just watches these old Chuck Norris shows.
I'm pretty sure I've never seen anything with Chuck Norris in it.
I don't think you're missing that much.
Was he in one of the Cannonball movies?
No, he did some he does some action things. He's a martial arts guy, but he had a show in the States for a while.
Okay.
I never watched anything with him either.
You don't know him either?
No.
By the way, we still have 4 more $30 tickets to give away. Tell us your most interesting, funny, best way you ever spent or used $1, and include your 888 poker screen name for a chance to win over in the 888 comments. We've gotten a lot of submissions. We still have 4 left, and we still have 40 players left.
Right now is the moment of the tournament that if you have a wealthy stack, you should try to avoid playing big pots with other big stacks, because it was $1 buying, they're already making $180 and they can make $5,000. So yeah, the big stacks need to be very careful now.
Such an amazing tournament when you really think about it. And like I said, like Nick said earlier, it's just such a cool event, cool idea. I mean, $1 tournament with 100,000 guarantee. That's crazy.
Really, yeah.
It's amazing.
So Vivian, you've obviously not played live poker for a few months now. Do you feel
the last time was in Madrid.
That was the last time?
Yeah.
Wow. So do you feel like when you start playing again, will it take you a while to play well again, or do you think you can just go back into it and play your best?
For sure not. It will take some time. When you're playing every day, you just have everything fresh in your mind, and for sure I'm gonna make some mistakes. Even though I've been trying to follow up with studies and stuff, is inevitable.
Your reads aren't as good, right? That's what I think. If you've had a break versus playing like a lot, your reads just don't. I don't know why, but your reads are nowhere near as good, I think.
Yeah, it's
Live.
like the timing is not well adjusted. Yeah.
I think so.
Got an all-in and a call here. So far, the 9 is good. The queen 9, and it does hold. So a full double up here for Strong 117, who's on 1.2 million. He is chasing that prize. First place, $5,000. Let's take a look at the payout here. Again, 2,150 players were paid. Minimum cash was just $10, which is still 10 times your buy-in on this event. We had 70,300 total entries, essentially. And take a look at our final table. Ninth place, $350. Fifth, $1,000. And, of course, first place, $5,000. And all this just for $1.
That's crazy. So good.
Really, really cool.
How many burgers can you buy with $5,000?
Well, it depends where you're buying them, I assume, and what kind of burger you're buying. I mean, the burgers that you're going to buy, Nick and I, you could probably buy about 11. There's a fantastic burger in Vegas. I assume we're going to do this when we all reconvene somewhere, whether it be in London or Vegas or Madrid or wherever it ends up being. But if it ends up being in Vegas, there's a fantastic burger place there where the burgers are about $36 each.
Okay.
It might even be a burger that is worthy of your stepfather, Nick.
I tell you right now, he would not pay $36 for a burger. he will go ballistic in your ass. He will not be happy.
What is this place? Where is the name?
I forgot the name of it. I assume I can actually find multiple places for it, but it's essentially a steak restaurant. I'm trying to remember the exact name because it's either one of like 3 or 4, and
really
I don't want to get it wrong.
It's hard to order a burger in a steak restaurant, though. I mean,
but this is apparently it's one of their signature items.
Okay.
Like it's one of those, like you said, it's like truffled. It's like truffled burger. It's like, a steak burger with truffles and like infused with blue cheese and gold.
Oh God, I'm hungry. In Brazil, there is a place that they make the burger on the pizza dough on the wood oven.
Ooh.
And it's just like the best thing ever. Tastes so good.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I'm actually in the process of building a pizza oven in our backyard. So maybe I'll have to go the burger route with that. We actually make burgers sometimes at home. We have a little burger maker I got for Father's Day one year where you can put the meat in, then you stuff it, and then you put the meat on top and you make it. Very simple. I think my wife saw it on like an infomercial at whatever time. Anyway, I got it. So to have fun, my kid was like, "Oh, can we make burgers?" I was like, "Yes." He thought it would be a great idea. So I'm stuffing my burger with like jalapenos, blue cheese, stuff like that. He stuffed his burger with Sour Patch Kids.
What is that?
It's like a sour candy. Yeah, it's a sour sweet candy.
Nice.
Doesn't taste good. For sure not.
His burger was disgusting. He loved it though. I mean, it was the best thing in the world he's ever eaten in his life. Got an all in here from Daniel, who's on 1.2 million chips. A lot of big stacks at this table. But you know what? Something, Nick, interesting. Take a look at the leaderboard. It is kind of crowded. I mean, we don't have a runaway winner in this one so far. I mean, Utica on 4.6.
Yeah, there's a bunch of players over 3 million.
Yeah.
But it's still very short stacked. Like the average stack is 10 big blinds, so this is still fast and furious.
And to Chris Moorman's point earlier on. This is really a testament to your short stack game, and knowing the math is so important in this spot. Viv, you talked about studying, during this downtime. What do you do to study? I mean, I feel like a lot of players out there, they know they should be working on their game. They know they can work on their game. I don't know if they know how to, though. What do you do?
Well, I will be honest, for a long time, I didn't know how to do it properly also, and I still trying to figure it out, like what is the best way, because of course it will depend on what you're playing and what games and where. Now that I've been playing a lot of online, I've been doing a lot of software work and reviewing my sessions and trying to fix my leaks and tag hands while I play and run the numbers. And I also been doing some more focused content. I signed up for some online coachings. And yeah, I think the best thing you can do is just review your sessions and try to fix old habits. And sometimes you don't even understand some leaks you have, you don't even know. And in the long run, it's going to cost you so much money. So you should look more to yourself.
Let me go one step further then. I mean, let's say you review your session and something goes wrong. You obviously lose a hand. How do you know if you've made the bad decision or it's just being results oriented?
Well, then you're going to have to go to the theory, and sometimes you can also run the outcomes and see the correct numbers. There are softwares nowadays that can help
I mean,
you
if there
out.
was, yeah, I mean, if there was only a software or like a training program out there, Nick, is there anything like that out there?
There are plenty of trading programs out there, David.
I mean, any that you're associated with that you could possibly, let us know?
Yeah, mine is excellent.
Oh, you have one?
Come to transformmypoker.com. You'll transform your poker. It's in the title. No, there's lots. My site's great. There's lots of other good sites. Vivian's right, though. I think if you want to do well in poker, it's the same as doing well in anything else. You want to get outside help. And I'm biased, but in my playing career, I always had a coach or a mentor or both. And it's a very difficult game to get good at on your own, I think, even with software. Just on your own, it's really difficult. Because it's difficult to be objective about hands you've played. It's just the hard thing of getting better at poker.
Yeah.
Kings don't hold.
Yeah, somehow, some way. I mean, that's a bad beat. Kings against ace-3 2 times and still cannot hold. DSOTM. That was a big pop, by the way. That would have been 6 million chips for DSOTM. Instead, he's down to 2.7 million. Rain Mancy up to 3.2 million. Blinds now 100,000, 200,000. John Trudeau says, what are your guys' thoughts about playing with a HUD?
If you can, you should, I guess. It's just like extra information, and you can track your results, and then you can work on your game. And yeah.
Wacko won the side pot there, up to 5.1 million chips. Chinook's queen hit the queen on the flop and did survive, up to 702,000 chips. I am kind of anti-HUD, but like you said, I mean, I guess if it is allowed, then and everybody else, if it's allowed and other people are doing it, you kind of have to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
There is this ethic sense. Of course, when you play live, you can't play with a HUD. Yeah, if you're allowed to, and everybody's doing, and you can do it too, then you do it. Let's put it this way.
Joanna Oliveira has just won the 7th $30 giveaway. What am I even talking about, Nick? Can you tell everybody?
Well, if you send us your story in Facebook chat, the 888 Facebook chat, providing you've got an 888 account, we need your username of your best ever dollar spend, and David selects it using his scientifically proven, definitely not completely arbitrary method, then you can win a prize. And that prize is a $30 tournament ticket. Free tournament entry just for writing a few entertaining, interesting words about your best ever dollar spend. Take it away, Dave.
Yeah, Joanna Oliveira is our 7th winner. We still have 3 left, so you still have an opportunity to win that $30 ticket here. Joanna Oliveira says, my best dollar spent was in an online bingo game 3 years ago. I I bought only one card with my last dollar. In the round, there were 2,760 players, and somehow I won the main prize, which was more than $4,000. I almost ended up at the hospital. It was the first and last time this ever happened to me.
There are so many details that I cannot believe this. I think it's a made story, but it's a very good one. Could be true.
Are you suggesting that Joanna is not being truthful? I don't care. Listen, my grandma used to love, rest in peace, my sweet grandma who died many years ago, used to love bingo. And I used to take her when she got older and she could no longer drive. I would drive her to the local bingo place like once a week, once every 2 weeks. And it just made her so happy. She used to love it. And if she could ever, it was just so sweet. She's like this 80-year-old woman who would just go, bingo, bingo. And she'd be so excited. And she'd win, I don't know, $14. But it was just so exciting for her. And she'd stumble up to the top to show her bingo off. So, Joanna, congratulations. I'm not suggesting that you are my grandma, but you've reminded me of my grandma. So you have won yourself a $30 ticket.
I think it's reasonably unlikely that she's your grandma.
It's very unlikely. No, I said she reminds me, okay?
Yeah.
Be quiet.
No, you said you weren't suggesting. I was saying, you probably need to clarify. She knows.
Good point. Good point.
We're down to 3 tables.
Yes, we are.
How did this happen? What is going on here?
In the middle of the bingo.
Isn't it? Super fast.
Joanna Oliveira, it's a Brazilian name. I think she might be Brazilian.
Cool. All the players have $210 locked up for their $1 buy-in. Pretty nice.
That is great. If anybody is still in the free roll, by the way, registration for that is closing very shortly. Password for that is $. Get yourself some free money. That's right. It costs nothing. There's literally no reason for you not to enter and take a shot at it. It costs nothing. We give away free money. So that registration is still open. Once again, the password is $. And let us know if you make a deep run in it. Let us know in the chat. I am following both the YouTube chat and the Facebook chat. What's up, Gary Danby? Leonardo Maya? Bobo13. Thanks for joining us here.
My dad just texted me that he's watching us also.
What's your dad's name? How about a shout out for your dad?
Mr. Saliba.
Alex.
It's Mr. to you.
Sir.
Sir.
He doesn't speak good English, but he's gonna hear his name.
Senor Saliba.
Perfect. He plays poker. We used to go to the poker club together when I started.
Did it to you, Vivi? Did he teach you poker?
He's the one who taught me, yeah. It was our father and daughter thing for many years, every weekend. And during the week, I would be playing online. I would call him in the middle of the day and start discussing some hands. And yeah,
that's awesome.
Made us closer. And nowadays, he's my biggest supporter.
Oh, that's really cool.
That is very cool.
Yeah. My dad, of course, it was our thing. My best friends I met in poker. My boyfriend I met in poker. A lot of important people in my life. I got to know them. You too, of course. Both of you.
Slightly lower than the people she mentioned, but we're in it. We're in
it. Most of them are from poker. Yeah.
Yeah, poker's been good to all of us, I think.
Yeah, it's funny, sometimes somebody on Twitter actually asked this, Nick, and it kind of made me surprised. So somebody said, they were a poker player and they said, hey, when you have a kid, will you teach your son or your daughter how to play poker? Or will you kind of like just, and it was kind of, the comments were somewhat mind boggling. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm going, why would I not teach my son a game that I love so much, that has brought me so much happiness? Just like, poker, you don't have to be a pro and da-da-da. And I'd be like, okay, there's a huge leap between teaching your son or daughter a fantastic game of strategy where they can meet so many wonderful people and then, they're automatically going to be pro. Like, I'm also going to go outside and teach my kid how to throw a ball. He's probably not going to the major leagues, okay?
Unfortunately.
Right. Unfortunately, the apple doesn't fall that far from the tree, so he's probably not going to be a professional athlete. Sorry, but hey.
Actually, if you teach your kid, of course, you shouldn't. Okay, let me see how I'm gonna put this properly.
Think about it. Yes, and then come out.
What I wanted to say is just like, if someone takes poker very serious and from the beginning you studied properly and you have guidance, and when you're a young adult, 18, 19, 21, then actually you have better chances. For me, it took a long time until I realized that I really had to study poker and how to do it. I was very cocky and I thought I was very good, and I was lazy. If I had done it earlier, I think I would be even more successful. But yeah.
I like that. I mean, like I said, I mean, to me, I love this game. I'm very passionate about it. It's brought me so much happiness throughout my life. You know, I see no reason why I wouldn't teach my children a game that I love.
How is someone that follows you on Twitter thinking that you wouldn't teach your kids poker? They don't know that you're like a professional poker player.
No. The whole point of it was I imagine the thread came from a professional poker player, and I imagine there are some people in there that have, you know, possibly gone down the road of gambling too much, playing poker with money they might not have, playing too high stakes, so forth and so on, which might have, you know, brought some, you know, harm to them. I think, like anything, you've got to be smart about it.
I mean, sure. Obviously. That's like saying, I'm going to teach you how to eat now, son. But what I don't want you to do is eat until you can't leave your own bedroom because you weigh 53 stone. Obviously. I'm going to teach you how to walk now, son. But what I don't want you to do is walk repeatedly into the wall so your nose keeps breaking. These are two totally different things. Like,
no, I'm with you on that, right?
It's an absolutely awesome game.
Hey, listen, it's Wacko, okay? And speaking of Wacko 90 up to 9 million chips. He is our chip leader, starting to pull away a little bit, up to 8.9 million here, doing quite well.
Poker's taught me, like, if I think back to when I first started getting deep into poker taught me so many skills, like decision making, thinking in kind of like Bayesian thinking and thinking probabilities, and like
10 on the river. Sorry.
Wow. Sorry. My bad. Sorry.
No, wow. Please go. I was watching it. It's okay. Huge. That's 10 crazy. There. Continue on.
6.4 million. Yeah. Poker taught me how to deal with people catching 10s on the river and busting me out of tournaments, dealing with losses.
No, I mean, seriously, the life skill. I mean, forget about just the fun. The life skills that you learn from playing poker are invaluable.
I would teach my kid all the games, like all the big games. You know,
why
poker,
wouldn't
chess,
you? I mean, it's almost like the equivalent of being like, yeah, don't teach your kid team sports because, you know, they'll likely never make the pros, and then what? They'll just be disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know.
And the thing is, if you play responsible and you're oriented, doesn't mean like anything bad. There is a lot of good things around it. I also learned many things through poker. Basically, all my adult life, I was playing poker, and everything I learned was through poker, working with poker and playing poker. Poker gave me a job.
Yeah, there you go. God bless it.
Yes. Yeah.
Poker gave me a wife. And the chances of me getting a wife without poker were very slim. So God bless you, poker.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
is fairly likely that Nick would not have a wife, would not have that plant that's behind him, or if he had it, it would be dead.
Yeah.
Without poker. So
yeah.
As far as we're concerned, poker is great. Obviously, we're here. And you know what else is great? Let us know your great $1 stories. That's right. How did you spend $1? How did you use $1? And if you let us know in the Facebook comments, you could win a $30 888 poker ticket. We still have 3 to give away. I am looking for the most creative, funny, best stories. Jesse Andrews says it best here. Poker has a lot more to offer than just playing cards. 100% true.
Absolutely.
The other thing that's fascinating about poker is the different types of people it attracts. I've met like a lot of people I would never have met because they're just from totally different backgrounds and countries and walks of life to me. Like the three of us would never have met without poker, for examples. And I don't know, it's a great game.
Yeah.
Who are these people that are being all
Yeah,
negative?
like it's a sport that everybody can compete as equals. Like,
exactly.
I mean, I think also as you get older,
old, young, male, female, doesn't matter.
All different walks of life. But I think as you get older, there have been a lot of studies that show that, people that get older that continue to play games, whether it be backgammon, chess, poker, games like that, you keep your brain sharp. And also very important.
Very important.
Awame 345 all in for 2.2 million chips. It sounds like a lot until you look at the blinds and you realize they are 175, 350.
7 big blinds. Yeah.
We still are pretty much at a 10 big blind average.
Yeah, I get the feeling that's not going to change now. It's been so constant throughout our stream.
Yeah. We're down to 19 players.
Yeah.
We're talking about getting some serious money, keeping in mind that this is just a $1 buy-in tournament. We will soon be at, $300 per player minimum. And of course, first place, $5,000.
It's all in again. It's working.
Yeah, it really is up to 3.8.
Yeah, now's the time that money is starting to matter more, and you're very close to this 5,000. So I think if you start applying some pressure, now it's a good plan. People are gonna fold a lot.
Vivian, because you play a lot of cash and you learned playing cash, do you find kind of short stack poker, like obviously you've played a lot of tournaments now, but did you used to find it difficult or did you used to find it frustrating or?
Short stack poker. Actually, I think I handle myself maybe a little better with short stack poker, that I have a better idea.
Okay.
Than 300 big blinds did. Probably I might make more expensive mistakes for sure.
Right.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Okay, cool.
I have an 8th winner.
Hit us with it.
You excited?
Fuckers.
You want to hear it?
Well,
it goes right into the theme of what we were talking about, teaching your children how to play poker. Malou2589 or Malux2589 says, best way I ever spent $1 was I actually bought a used set of poker chips. I used them to teach all 3 of my sons how to play poker.
Cool. That is a good use of $1.
There you go. Used. Done. Malou2589, you just have won yourself a $30 888 tournament package.
That's a cool purchase. I agree.
So we, as we can see, table broke 430. We're going to switch over to, I believe, table 455.
Just 2 tables left.
That's it. Just 2.
That's it. How many players were there at the start of day 2?
4,000. Yeah, 4,500, something ridiculous like that.
Wow.
When we started our stream, there were over 1,000.
Yeah, there were. Yeah, you're right. There will be blood.
No doubt about that. We are looking here at table 455. Average chip stack right now, just under 4 million with 2 tables remaining. Robert Flynn asking, why do some players not have a national flag associated with their name? Do we know the answer to that?
Who doesn't?
I think some people have not declared what country they're in, or maybe that's it.
Okay.
I'm not sure because you need to send your ID.
So I don't know. I have seen that though, where we've had
I'm
kind of a
not sure.
nondescript country.
I was just looking at the leaderboard. I can't see anyone without a country, so I'm not sure
Yeah, maybe not.
where he's seen that.
Hey, do we? I know we were going on a break a little while ago. We have a break in 3 minutes, so we have just enough time. Viv, do you know all the countries that are left? Take a look at the leaderboard.
Oh yeah, I'm not so good with flags, but let's see.
That's hard.
UK. Oh God, what is the third flag?
Very tiny on my screen, man.
Canada.
See, I think that one in third is Ukraine, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I think one of those is Romania, isn't it?
I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna just put my mouse over the avatars. Ukraine, Germany, UK.
I feel like our team that makes all of our content, they do a great job, by the way, and of course they're behind this as well. Shout out to them. I feel like we could have a flag naming 888 ambassador contest coming up at our next live event whenever it does happen.
Russian Federation.
Good idea, David, because
Viv, I'll put it this way. I have inside information. Don't bet on Vivian Saliba.
you have to say she can revise, she can study.
I'm pretty sure I'm better maybe than talk because I heard that Americans are not too good with geography.
Yeah. Oh, so true.
I heard this many times.
Bobo 13 is. We are. Bobo 13 is on it, by the way. He says Ukraine. We have Russia in there. We've got Argentina. We've got Finland.
And we're saying goodbye to Vivian, I think.
We are, yes.
Yeah, same.
I miss you guys so much.
I know.
It's been.
We have to keep doing these online streams. We'll tell 888 keep doing these online streams just so we can hang out.
Yes. Hopefully very, very soon.
Yeah, it's been far too long, and hopefully soon we will have another 888 live event where we will all get together. So Viv will be gone at the end of this after this break. Flush.
That's the nut.
Flush. That is makes a straight as well to boot. He's got everything, and he's also going to take down this 3.5 million chip pot. We're down to 17 players. Just a few seconds away from our break. We will say goodbye to Vivian Saliba. When we come back from break, rumor has it we might have a main event champion with us.
Oh, no, not me.
Who's that be?
I'm going to
okay, guys. For everyone who watched it, and thank you guys for your company.
Thank you, Vivian.
And I'm going to keep watching here the stream. And hopefully all its.
There haven't been enough for you? There's been a...
Yes, I love it. I don't know.
Hey, Viv, there's 16 players left. Who's going to win this? Can you give us who's your favorite right now? You've been watching this. Who's got game?
I don't know. Let me just pick a name. I would say Vaco.
15 left.
You're going on a limb. Wacko with 10 million chips. You're going with Wacko. I like it. Okay.
But he's doing good for a long time. Yeah.
I love it. Viv, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you at our next live event or possibly at our next online streaming event. Either way, thank you so much. Players going on a very short 6-minute break. We will as well. More action from 888 Poker in 5 minutes.
You see, Vaco? Ah! Oh.
Hello and welcome back to the 888 Poker live stream. We are watching the $100,000 guaranteed WonderWorld tournament. Wonders never cease. I'm David Tuckman, Nick Welthall joining us. And now we have the 2014 World Series of Poker main event champion, 888 Poker ambassador, and certainly the winner of the coolest background of all of the 888 ambassadors as well, one Martin Jacobson. Martin, how are you?
Good, man. How you doing?
Well, dude, are you just trying to prove to us how like active you are? You've got your bike and everything behind you. Just looking all cool. Tour. I love it. I love it. So pretty phenomenal event here as Trans Energy up to 11 million chips is now our chip leader. Pretty amazing event. I mean, $1 buy-in tournament. We had over 70,000 entries. So 888 Poker. Yeah, 888 Poker just threw in the extra 30,000 for free.
Why not?
And for $1, somebody's going to win 5,000.
It's not a bad payday.
Yeah, I think that's a better ROI than you even got at the main event.
yeah, it's as good as it gets. So yeah, I made 1,000x my money.
That's also pretty good, in fairness.
Five times as good.
How have you been, buddy? We have obviously we were just talking to we talked to Chris Moorman, we talked to Viv. We haven't seen any of you guys. How have you been holding up through through 2020, through the craziness that is this year?
It has been crazy. Yeah, it feels weird not seeing anyone, in person and not traveling the poker scene, especially not being in Vegas at this time of the year. I've been living in London now for almost 10 years, and this is my first summer in London, funny enough. So, I've been pretty good, I would say, like all things considered. But obviously wish that things will go back to normal sooner rather than later.
Well, it's good to see you and good to hear from you. King 10-10 on this flop. Hearts, we're looking for one more heart. Not going to come. And the flush. Jack 9 of hearts here is good. Pot is 8.2 million chips, and we lose a player.
We lost Limpin' Ain't Easy.
What?
A favorite screen name. Yeah.
Got it in good. Ace Queen versus Jack 9. Unfortunately, does not hold. And Alex up to 11.2 million chips. We have two players with over 10 million at this table. Just 13 players remain out of, we came back today with over 4,000, Martin.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That's
quick.
A big deal.
Yeah, it is quick. Hey, listen,
it's a 2-day tournament.
We have a great giveaway, by the way. I'm curious if you have one. We have this great Facebook contest where we're giving away 10 tickets, each worth $30 for the best dollar spent stories. If you want to be eligible, we still have one more to give away. You can give us what your best dollar spent story is in the Facebook comment section. Make sure you include your 888 Poker screen name. Do you know off the top of your head what's the best dollar you ever spent?
My best dollar I ever spent, like $1.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to, take the liberty and say it's $2 or a pound or a euro.
2020, you don't get much for $1, unfortunately. But I mean, I missed out on this tournament. But playing this tournament would have been a good return on the investment for sure.
That is a solid 888 ambassador reply. Nice.
Well, you can't argue about it. Turning $1 into 5,000. Yeah, I don't know. Probably a bottle of water when I'm really thirsty.
There you go. I was actually at I went to the World Series last year, 2 years ago, year and a half ago, whatever it was, when the World Series was still happening, and it was the Red Sox Dodgers, and I went to the game in LA, and it was the 19-inning game, but they had closed the concession stands in like the 8th inning. So at this point, I was already buzzed, drunk, and at this point, 2 hours later, I'm now getting hungover, and I'm so thirsty and everything's closed. I ended up paying one of the employees at Dodger Stadium $10 for one of their like secret water stashes from their office. So certainly not the best dollar I spent, but you brought up the water thing. When times are tough, you'll spend as much as you need for water.
For sure, yeah.
Blinds 250,000, 500,000. Nick Wealthall, Martin Jacobson here offering their insight as we watch the final 13 players battle it out.
Got a player sitting out as well. Miami, not the time to have a bad internet. Holy hell.
Maybe they're just busy.
Right.
Well, maybe he's faking it. Maybe he has a really good hand and he's trying to induce action.
Levels.
That happens a lot, but could get expensive if everyone acts really fast.
For sure.
Saladin Sadovic, very excited. He says, Martin is my favorite player.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
It's always good to hear.
Martin, you're one of my favorite players if you're on a different table than I'm at. If you're at my table, I'm not happy with you at all.
He is really sitting out there.
Yeah,
Appears
like the ultimate bad beat.
Get an all in and get a call.
You might ladder up here, though. Is there a pay jump?
There's multiple.
Mine.
Yeah, there is actually, and he could ladder up, and he does ladder up. So he's now guaranteed with 12 players remaining. Nope, sorry, DSOTM is not eliminated. My bad. I was about to say that he ladders up from $270 to $300, but that still could happen.
Oh, he's back now.
He's back now, and he has laddered up. We're down to 12. Two tables of 6.
I'm glad he's back because that's brutal.
Imagine navigating your way through a field that's 70,300 people only to get disconnected with 10 left.
Exactly. And like 9th is $350, or like 12th is $300, and first is $5,000. It's not fun if you're not connected.
So, Martin, what have you been doing with yourself during this this crazy time? Playing much poker?
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of online. Go figure, and just doing what you can, staying active, working out, mostly at home, going for runs, studying, getting better at the game, spending time with the girlfriend, trying to keep in touch with friends, with the video calls and whatnot. Trying to learn Spanish, learn the guitar, cooking a lot more.
Wow.
What happened there?
How about overachiever? By the way, Moami came back just in time to lose Ace Jack versus Queens, and is now all in for his or her last 79,000 chips. No Sorag moves all in over the top. Action is on Alex right now. The all-in bet is 7.1 million. So we will see an all-in here, which is pretty much every single hand.
It's so shallow at this point. It's really anyone's game.
Oh, wow. We got a King 4 in there as well. And I believe 9's held. Yeah, 9's hold here.
It's a double elimination.
A double elimination. And with that, we are down to 10, I believe.
This is going to be a short shift for you, Martin. You have no worries.
Yeah. Wait. Okay, so let's go back to this thing. So you Mr. Overachiever. Okay, so you're playing poker, and then you just kind of like throwing under the radar. Oh, and I learned Spanish, and you learned how to play guitar?
Well, I mean, that's an overstatement. I'm attempting to learn Spanish and get better at guitar.
Okay, so I'm going to throw a little. I want to throw a little Martin. Do you prefer Jacobson or Jakobsen, by the way?
Probably Jacobson, but I'm really not offended either way.
So Martin, can we make a Martin Jacobson challenge?
Sure.
I would like to put out there. We got both players with 10s. The ace will play. What a flop for ace 10 of hearts, huh?
What a pot.
What a pot for sure. We're down to a final table.
What?
Final table hype. Final table hype.
with a 25 million chip stack after that pot.
Look at that. You know what? Congratulations to our final 9. To get to the final table, I mean, regardless of how the next hour goes and who ends up winning this, to make a final table is just so impressive. I mean, 70,000 entries.
Can I just say, David, I just want to get this right. These players really are in WonderWorld right now.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well done. Well done.
Thanks.
Okay, so
I've
the
been waiting
Martin
40,000 players for that.
How about the 888 Poker Martin Jacobson Challenge? I want to hear. Sure. And maybe people can submit this to like 888 Poker. We can have you do it eventually when you feel comfortable doing it. I want to hear. It doesn't need to be long. Quick little 30-second riff of your favorite Spanish song.
Spanish song.
While you play guitar. So obviously, Spanish lyrics accompanied by your newfound skill of playing guitar.
That's a challenge.
Yeah, the Martin Jacobson Challenge.
What would that be? Ricky Martin, maybe.
Nice.
Come on, you think you're up to it?
Sure. Yeah, I'm up for a challenge.
Well, now I think it should be She Bangs, She Bangs. That.
By the way, speaking of She Bangs, She Bangs, you do realize that what's this guy's name again?
What guy?
The guy who does She Bangs, She Bangs.
Ricky Martin.
No, but the other guy. The guy who did it for American Idol.
The other guy.
I'm blanking on his name. Because he plays poker. It was famously such an awful audition. He got famous out of it. Maybe somebody can help me out in the chat. Oh, I'm so frustrated right now. Yeah, this guy plays poker now.
Okay.
Ace 10 with the straight. Going to do a double. Wow. I tell you, Martin, you're like the cooler.
Yeah,
man. Back some questions in really fast.
Yeah, get them in quick. By the way, we still have to give
Martin, how can the World Series of Poker go?
This is just like when I play craps. Just show up and then everyone loses.
That's so true. That's exactly like playing craps. It's like exactly like me playing craps. Actually, I have a poker question for you, Martin.
Yeah.
Because we were talking to Vivian about this, and you mentioned like working on your game during lockdown and stuff. Obviously, you've won the World Championship. Obviously, you're a great player. People watching will be going, well, how does this guy work on his game? What do you do? So, like, we're interested. How do you improve?
Oh, there's tons of ways to improve, and there's tons of layers to improvement. So, it's such a complex game, and the game is constantly evolving. As the player pool is getting better and better, you kind of have to get better as well. Otherwise, you're just going to regress and not be a winning player anymore. So it's really important to go over hands and study equilibriums, like what you should play, range versus range, and different positions, different stack sizes. Learn new concepts, implementing these concepts, become familiar with them. There's endless of tools out there with the help of solvers and other AI software out there.
So, like, you never get to the bottom of it, is what you're telling us, because even at your level,
yeah, exactly. But I think that's what keeps me motivated too. That you never really plateau. Like, there's always more you can do. Like, whether you're winning or losing, there's always room for improvement. So that's something that's really motivating in itself. That the fact that there's always something you can do. So it's really up to each for their own, like how much time and energy you're willing to invest, and like how effectively you're able to study the game and get better. And whoever figures out the most effective way to study and is willing to put in as much time as possible, that's eventually going to be a really high level player.
And do you have a coach, or do you work with another player, or do you work on your own?
I've had some coaching, been on both sides of coaching. So I've given coaching and I received coaching a couple of times in my career. Recently, I haven't worked with a coach, so it's more been, you know, friends groups where we're like sharing knowledge and scheduling study sessions together, and kind of keeping ourselves accountable and pushing each other to get better.
It's amazing. I mean, it's so inspiring when you hear, you know, somebody who's reached the level that you've reached, that you're still working on your game, and it just kind of it just speaks volumes to, I think, to me personally, and I'm sure, you know, the people that are watching this, that, you know, no matter how good you are, there are more layers to peel back from the onion. There's always something else to learn, and if you're not learning, you are kind of, you know, if you're standing still, then everybody's going past you. So it's very inspiring. By the way, Jeanette Bull, you won't get this, Martin, because it was from Viv, but because Viv owes Nick and I hamburgers. Jeanette Bull says, well, if Martin learned how to cook, I think he can make the hamburgers. The American that made that She Bang song even more famous is William Hung. Thank you, Robert Masters. I couldn't remember.
William Hung. Okay. And he plays poker, you said?
He does, but he's Google. You can thank me later. Google William Hung She Bang, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Why don't we play it on the stream?
I'd be up for that. I don't know if we can.
Yeah, maybe not. It might be copyright issues.
Yeah, no, I would be up for that as well. So it's no doubt. I'm gonna listen. We have one more $30 888 poker ticket to give away. Before I get to a strategy question, I'm going to throw this out there, and I'm going to see if Nick chuckles or not, because this is clearly a joke, but it's funny, I thought. Mark Collins says, I bought the world's worst thesaurus for $1 yesterday. Not only is it terrible, it's terrible.
That's very funny.
Mark Collins, you made Nick laugh.
I found that really funny.
Mark Collins, my friend.
I feel like I absolutely should have heard that joke before, and I've never heard it.
Our final winner. Congratulations. We have given out 10 $30 888 poker tickets. Make sure you join us. Make sure you follow 888 Poker on Facebook. You like them. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter, because my guess is that each of these live streams, we will have giveaways. We always have free rolls, but these giveaways are probably not going anywhere. So make sure you join us at the next one, and we're just giving away free money, free stuff. Really cool. We like to have a good time here, obviously. Congratulations, Mark Collins. You just won. That is Mark Collins 69. I thought you might like that joke, Nick.
Yeah, that's my kind of stupidity. Solid.
There's an interesting dynamic heading over here. As we look at this table unfold, because we had the big chip leader in Transanergy with 31 million chips.
He's like just under half the chips, I think.
Yeah. Talk about that dynamic for a second, Martin.
Yeah, it's obviously a very good spot to be in, especially where all the stacks are this close. And oh wow, it's double for first. Yeah, so I mean, with the payout structure the way it is, that it's so top heavy, you know, most of the players shouldn't be that concerned with busting. They should be more willing to gamble. But that being said, considering the size of the buy-in, that everyone is only in for $1, and you know there's significant pay jumps in that regard, you would expect people to be playing pretty tight. So in his spot, I would probably just go all in every hand and see what happens. You know, there's 2 million or something in each pot, so each pot is
Ace 10, King 10 here. King 10 wins it. Sorry.
He's really not risking that much by going all in every hand. You know, the worst he can do is lose 8 million. And he would still have the chip lead even if he loses. So.
And he's just gonna take it down pre-flop so often.
Yeah, exactly. And even if he does get called, you know, it's no limit hold'em. You always have outs, and you know, if you bust another one, then even better.
Yeah, the remaining 7 players all guaranteed $600. That's 600 times their buy-in. Pincha 73 all in. There's the call. Ace King, Ace 10. There's a 10. There's 2 10s. Only a jack. Not a jack. 7 of spades on the river. Full double up for Pincha. And to your point, the chip leader, still the chip leader. TransEnergy on 22.9 million chips. Got it in good.
He's still the chip leader, but he's like, where's my 40 million? Ace King versus Ace 10.
Yeah, dream scenario. Million. I mean, really a cooler. I mean, Pincha, Ace 10 on the button. Absolutely.
That's really unlucky to run into Ace King there.
Well, unless, of course, you hit 2 10s. Then it's really lucky.
Yeah.
How often, I mean, I know when it comes to ICM and laddering up, that's really a math equation, right? It's a math problem. And I imagine, some of the players, as they learn ICM and they figure, okay, well, I've got to fold a little bit more than I might otherwise. I imagine a lot of players make the mistake of not paying attention to the payout structure, because some payout structures are, drastically different than others. Some are really flat, some are very top heavy, and obviously that has to go into it a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. So that's the first thing I would look at. I would see, okay, how are the pay jumps? Is it really top heavy, or are they pretty linear in the way that like every jump is quite equal? But clearly that's not the case here. You can see 7th place pays $600 and first is 5,000. That's almost 10 times 6. So, or 7, sorry. So yeah, very, very top heavy, which makes it more appealing to gamble and try to get the chip lead and win the tournament.
Once again, Martin Jacobson, Nick Wealthall, David Tuckman here, calling the action for the $100,000 guaranteed WonderWorld tournament. And another big pot headed over to Pincha, who's now our chip leader with 28 million. TransEnergy on 15 million now. And if you're wondering, 100,000 guaranteed, the buy-in on this was $1. This is the biggest tournament in 888 poker history in terms of number of participants. 888 poker knew in advance that covering such a high guarantee would be unlikely, but they saw this as an opportunity to have a promotion that would attract and give back to the mass market, and also give the players a chance to play the multi-flight feature, which usually caters to high-stakes players. Ended up being a $30,000 overlay, just thrown in by 888 poker. So certainly a great tournament, very cool.
Yeah, that's amazing value right there. Anytime you play a tournament that has overlays, you're making an extra 30% on the dollar. So good for them.
Seriously short stacks at this final table. There's 5 players with 6 blinds or less.
Yeah, it almost plays like a satellite at this point.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, suddenly it's Pincha 73, who's in that enviable position with 31 million chips. See how aggressive Pincha 73 wants to play it.
I think he's going to run away with it now, it seems like. He still has the deal button clicked, though. He still wants to make a deal.
What does that mean?
So he wants to make a deal. So they want to discuss making the payout structure to chop up the money, basically, what's left to play for.
So if you see the handshake at every single player, is that when it stopped?
I assume so. Yeah, everyone needs to agree, and then they go into the discussion, and then you can. Now I took it off.
Yeah, he's like, whatever. Now I got 30 million.
Yeah. You realize he's in a pretty good spot here.
Well, Cesar is also really short stack with just 1.3 million. I mean, just over 1 big blind. Might want to wait till 1 or 2 players get eliminated and then think, hey, let's do it now. Ace Jack versus King 10 all in here. 2 jacks out there. And it is going to be a full double up and more to 4.1 million. Still short stack, but still also in. And that knocks Dave down to 4.7 million. By the way, I mean, really, again, I mean, it is a top-heavy tournament, but still, if you look at the pay jumps here, considering it's $1 buy-in, I mean, to have a 400 times the buy-in jump from 7th to 5th is pretty significant.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I meant too, that I think people are going to play more conservative than you would expect.
Oh, Dale Daves gets unlucky with ace king and is out in 7th place. Congratulations, condolences.
Nope, still alive.
I lie. I know nothing. Thank you, Nick Wealthall.
It's okay.
I has one big blind left.
So Ben House 236 up to 8 million. Dale Dave down to 1.3 million. All in from really Trans Energy.
It's only a 4 million shove, obviously.
And blinds right now 500,000, 1 million.
So Martin, let's see one of these players win some money in this tournament. Maybe they win $1,500, and they have a day job or they're in college or whatever, so they're not going to play professionally, but they want to get better and they want to, take this money, make a little bankroll, and start to build up their game. Where should someone like that be spending the time they have to improve their game, do you think? How can they get the best ROI on study and improvement?
Well, I can only talk about my own experience, really. And when I started dabbing into becoming a professional and really improving my game a lot was when I was playing Sitting Ghosts, which is this one-table tournaments. So I played a lot of those, and they were great for getting better at multi-table tournaments or tournaments in general, because you get to practice a lot of shorthanded play, heads up. You need to learn about ICM and how to play the bubble, and there's a lot of different aspects of it just in one tournament that doesn't require that much time and money. So I thought that was a really good way to get prepared and to get that tournament experience. And because when you're playing big field tournaments like these, you're not going to get to the spot very often. You're not going to get shorthanded. You're not going to reach the bubble, play for big money that often. But when you're playing one-table tournaments, those scenarios are going to happen a lot more frequently, and especially if you're playing more than one table. So yeah, I think Sitting Ghosts is a good way to practice.
That's such an amazing answer, Martin. Really, thank you for that.
It's a great tip, I think, like a really good piece of advice, because people just want to jump into big field events.
I mean, Nick, how many
times? You can do that too.
I was going to say that, Nick,
too as a bonus, but I think your everyday grind is better spent playing one-table tournaments.
Nick, how many times have you and I watched an 888 live event, and we've watched it from day 2, and then we watched the last day, like, and let's say we see it down from 19 players down to 1, and you can almost see the inexperience just coming through people. You realize that, okay, yeah, this person might have played a lot of tournaments, but has no experience playing shorthanded.
And it's where professionals have the biggest edge, because not only are they more practiced in those situations, but also the mistakes are more expensive, literally, when you get towards the end of a tournament.
And that's when you need to have, how often are you going to get in this spot right here, where you've got a chance to make some real money, turning $1 into 1,000, 1,300, 5,000, whatever it might be. This is where obviously you want to have your experience and your talent shine.
The other thing, of course, is if you're playing a lot of Sit and Goes, you're going to play a lot of spots where you're having to decide whether to call shoves, make reshoves, that kind of thing, which is the building block of being a successful tournament player.
Yeah, 100%. Like tournament poker, you're so shallow most of the time. Or when you're shallow, that's like exactly what you said. That's when the mistakes are way more costly. So it's really important to know how to play short stack well. And you got to get that practice playing Singleton.
And the worst hand won. And we finally are down to 6. Dale Dave falls by the wayside. He is finishes in 7th place, takes home $600, 600 times his $1 buy-in. So congratulations to Dale Dave. I read your eulogy a little bit early, but ultimately gone in 7th place. We've had a bevy of all-ins, as Martin was telling his giving his answer. Until then, it just short stack winning after short stack winning. Wow, Pincha folded. Going to sit and goes, Martin, have you noticed that? I don't know if you still play them or not, but I remember when I first started playing sit and goes over a decade ago at this point, they were not only very beatable, but just really lucrative. I spent one summer at the World Series of Poker back in 2007 before I was commentating Ace-9 versus 5s. Ace-9 looks good. Ace-9 stays good. And we are down to 5.
It's evened out a little bit stack-wise. It's only one really short stack now.
SAR down to 3.8 million. So I was saying back in 2007, I played an entire summer. I just decided I am only playing sit and goes. That's all I did. And I played probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 85 sit and goes.
Live at the Rio, you mean?
Yeah, live at the Rio.
Right.
I would just play one after another. And that's how I did my entire summer. And the games were so live back then. It seemed like the sit and goes were all 10-handed when they're live. And there would be at least 3 or 4 players in every sit and go that would just burn their money. So it felt like you were basically playing 6 players for 10 spots. And the rake was very low relative to other things. They even gave you a $10 food voucher. So it really was really cool. Plus you did some last longers occasionally.
Yeah.
I have noticed though, the games are much tougher. And I've even heard some people say that sit and goes have been quote unquote solved. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not sure I agree. Maybe I think online is much different. Online it would be very tough because you have so many grinders, and I don't really think that the recreational players maybe like you say, like most recreational players, they want to play something with a big prize pool where you can invest a lot of money and make a lot of money. And I mean, I'm the same way. Like that's what's appealing to me. I haven't played sit and goes in years, so I'm only talking about my experience back in the day. You know, this was 10 years ago now.
And also, we were talking about how to improve, and I feel like at the lower levels online, you know, it's perfectly possible to get a decent bang for your buck, but most importantly, improve your game quickly.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, even if you're playing in, you know, $1 sit and goes, you'll still learn a ton. You know, it's all about playing at your level and steadily getting better and then moving up in stakes and then taking some shots, maybe playing some smaller super satellites to some bigger stuff and then playing that satellite and getting into satellites and getting into big events. And that's how my journey went too. So I shifted from playing, you know, real money sit and goes to steps and sit and goes to live tournaments, and that's how I like kind of got into the live tournament circuit. And
I'm losing my mind right here because I'm watching this play out. Somehow Czar got it all in with Jack 7 versus Jack 5, chopped it up, basically doubled up from 1.2 million to 2.2 million with the chop up. Then, even though the blinds are 600,000, 1.2 million, Czar got a 2.2 million shove through. Whoever was in the big blind did not call. I believe it was Ben House. Then Czar was at 4.5 million, basically doubling up without even seeing a flop on that one. Got the 4.5 million shove, which was less than 4 big blinds through. So got less than 2 big blinds, got it a fold. Then less 4 big blinds, got a fold, and now is up to 7.4 million. Just insane. I mean, I'm assuming that at what shove point from a this is a math question, so either one of you guys can answer this, obviously. At what stack depth relative to the blinds does somebody have to call on the big blind no matter what? Mathematically correct, that is.
Yeah, it depends on the situation, but I would. Yeah, I mean, it depends on your stack. Like at this point, I would probably call. I would call any two up to 2 extra big blinds.
2 extra, so 3 big blinds shove.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know. No, I probably wouldn't actually. Yeah, one. I would say 1 extra big blind.
Just 1.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so then.
Yeah, you would have to call any 2.
Okay, so in that case, I mean, the blind Czar's shove was 2.2 million. The blinds were 600,000, 1.2 million. So if Benhouse had just like 7 deuce off suit.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, at this stage, it kind of plays out like a satellite.
Czar got unlucky on that one there, straight on the river. And despite getting all those small short stack shoves through, it is not meant to be. Czar gone in 5th place, earning 4 figures, $1,000. Sorry, 5th place. Yeah, 5th place.
You can also make a case. Sometimes you see big stack folding from a short stack shove, just because you want to keep them in.
Set over set situation here. Jacks versus 9s, cooler central. And Pincha's chip lead is pretty much gone. And in fact, if you look at the last 4 players, it really is anybody's game at this point.
How are their deal buttons not on?
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Now it's the real pay jumps.
They're just like real pay jumps and like super short.
Yeah, ace 4, king, queen, no problem.
I mean, if you're Nosorog, though, you got to be loving this because Nosorog is kind of staying out of the fray, not mixing it up as much, and everybody else is just all in each time. So if you're Nosorog, you're like, cool. Just you guys can keep going all in, and I'll just sit here and just ladder up without playing any hands.
We lost Transenergy, who looked like the winner 7 players out in 4th.
For the record, by the way, it was Benhouse, who's now our chip leader, who folded for just $1 million more. And it was Transenergy who threw eggs at his face. Karma.
That's the best part about the 888 software. You're able to throw stuff.
I kind of love that. Yeah, these guys have not made a deal. They're not even discussing deal.
Pinchak pressed the deal button, but now it disappeared again.
Does it? Oh, now Nosorog. Maybe it times out.
There we go. No,
deal. Does Benhouse decide to do this? Well, no. I mean, there's pretty significant pay jumps, as you said. I mean, 5,000, 2,500, 1,800.
Yeah, that's huge.
Okay, now they're going to deal.
Yeah, this will be interesting. See what they bargain for.
Do we get to know?
That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not public.
I mean, I wouldn't blame them for just chopping up as much as they can, because obviously, there's big jumps here, and also one of them's gone green. Does that mean he's agreed?
I would assume so. That would make sense.
This is cool. It's like a dynamic auction of some kind.
I'm waiting for the red one. Who goes red?
Bid? Is there some way for me to bid?
Who goes red?
If any of the hands turn to that, they're not doing.
There's a lot of psychology that goes into deal making too. Like you could really, you want to be the last one to agree.
I was going to say there's got to be some sort of art to this as well in terms of getting maximum, figuring it out. How many deep runs you've made in tournaments. You've probably been put in this situation so many times where maybe your competition is really good. Maybe it's a little bit weaker than you, and you feel like you should get more.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens. I actually haven't made that many deals. It doesn't happen as often as
Are you anti-deal for as a general practice?
No, it's just, sometimes you're in the middle of the game flow and just playing, and there's no break. There's this elimination after elimination, and then just kind of play it out. When other times, yeah, it also depends on the situation. If you're playing,
we've got a deal. I don't know what the deal is, but we've got a deal. They're all green.
Hey, green is for go.
So I have no idea what they're playing for. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm excited.
Just excited for them.
This is fun. I'm excited for all these guys. I mean, come on. 70,294 entries. We're down to the final 3. All these players making, a really good payday.
Well, they're folding, so I assume they're playing for something.
Yeah, clearly they left something on the table.
We actually, in our streams, we haven't covered a deal yet. Does the software mean you have to leave a certain amount on the table?
It usually tells you in the lobby. I can't see any information about it.
I can't see either.
Matt Pincha is sitting out. So yeah, he's asking now in the chat, is it finished? Sometimes you get this confusion post deal where players don't really know what's going on. If you're not playing for anything, you assume the tournament just ends, but sometimes you have to play it out anyway, even though you're not playing for anything.
Maybe that's what's happened. Maybe.
I mean, if that's the case, they should probably just, instead of folding, they should just
go all in. Yeah. But it's scary to be the first one to do it.
Yeah, really scary. Really scary.
The deal didn't go through.
Like, is this real? Right.
Yeah. No, green hands meant no deal, you idiot.
Pinch asked, is it finished? And Ben House said, not yet.
I mean, I know there are situations where they can make a deal that they're forced to leave a little bit on the table. I don't know if that's the case in this one or not.
I guess we'll see soon.
I guess so. I mean, blinds are 700,000, 1.4 million. I know they have made a deal. I don't know the exact parameters about it, but we'll see if we can get any information.
Oh, wow. Well, here's a cooler.
Well, it ends here.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all she wrote. Well, this might have happened regardless, by the way.
Well, he was the chip leader when they made the deal anyway. So Ben House is definitely the winner.
He got all the money.
There you
go. No doubt whatsoever. What a treat. I mean, this has been amazing. What a run. 70,294 entries, whittled down to 1. Ben House 236 from the UK, our champion. What a payout again, and what a tournament. Shout out to 888 Poker for putting this out there. $30,000 overlay. Congratulations to all of you who won the Facebook contest.
We do.
Big thanks to Nick Wealthall.
We have the payouts if you want them, Dave. Do you want them?
Yeah, let's do it.
Nosarog third, 2,573. Pincher second, 2,642. Ben House won for $4,083 for his $1 buy-in. Sweet.
That is amazing. I mean, just an astonishing day. Big thanks to Chris Moorman and Vivian Saliba, of course, for joining us, and you, Martin. Thanks so much for letting us in your humble abode. And
yeah, thanks. It was fun.
I'm looking forward to hearing your best Ricky Martin impression. Okay.
Do I have a time frame?
I mean, so the next time we see, whether it's on a live stream or live or 888 live event.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's far in the future.
So you better get to work. We don't know when that's going to happen. So
okay, that's good. I can need some pressure.
Nick, any last thoughts?
No, it's fun. It was a really fun event. Something different. Something I think the players will have really appreciated, and it was really fun covering it. So it was cool.
Yeah, really cool. And thank you so much for joining us here. The WonderWorld Tournament, the 100K guarantee is in the books. Put a bow on it. Nick Wealthall, some amazing questions today, Nick. I didn't know you had it in you. Just fantastic.
Thanks for noticing. So sincere.
Yeah, I just want to know that you're appreciated. Okay?
I've missed your sincerity.
Yeah.
And love.
And thank you.
We'll be together again soon. 2026 should do it.
Yeah, no doubt. We'll be looking forward to it. Big thanks to all of you for joining us. Until next time, I'm David Tuckman, Nick Wealthall, Martin Jacobson. Everybody here at 888 Poker says thank you. Bye-bye.